Okay.
Yeet.
I like that a lot better. Good morning, Falcon fans. Good morning, Atlanta Falcon fans across all platforms. Good morning, football NFL fans across all platforms. I am here with my guys from the Beard Gang, Mr. C Double with nothing but trouble in the house, and Mr. Ladarius Brown and his band of renown in the house. Gentlemen, how are you doing? First and foremost. Secondly, Ronnie Thomas is having some issues. He should be joining us at some point today, not sure. But wherever you are, Ron, hey, man, we're thinking about you. Miss Carey should be joining us later on today. We are here wrapping up the Super Bowl Sunday, February the 9th. Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And right away, fellas, let's get into it. C-Dub and Ladarius, how y'all doing this morning, man?
It's beautiful. The sun came out. Well, kind of. I didn't have to worry about hearing about the greatest Kansas City Chiefs season ever.
Hey, man.
Even though it did felt like it at first, man. I was like, man, did they just throw that flag for no reason?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they
like
did.
What? They wanted to go ahead and get that +1 out of the way?
Yeah, they wanted something. I don't know. They wanted something.
The rest, after all that stuff, they were like, they came to see us. Oh, man. You know what?
I'm glad they corrected it.
Yeah, well, it evened out big time. But I will say, I did not expect that Super Bowl. I did not. Because it's one of those, you know, we'll talk about it and we're like, you know, they're playing too close to the sun. They're playing too close to the sun.
Icarus.
Yeah, and it's like, and then it's like, a team's gonna get them, and it's like, nah, because you keep seeing how they keep getting around it. There was no getting around this team.
Oh no, it was no getting around
that was evident. I mean, this game felt like a blowout from beginning to end. Where normally you don't even say that but this felt like just domination from the defense, from the, what they were doing to Patrick. And all I got to say is just, wow. I know we're going to talk more about it and everything, especially with the mustard. So, but all I got to say is it was fun to watch, and the commercials were okay.
I hear that. Ladarius, hey, man, give me your thoughts. First impressions on that game yesterday. What you got?
Listen, first of all, Carrie, we've been simpatico about Ken. Listen. Like the Super Bowl, it was a master class in all three phases of the game. Simply put, and I think we can. And I put a post like, remember when people were saying that people wanted Nick Sirianni fired?
Mm-hmm.
Like people wanted him out the door, and I said, Pepper Farms remember that. We all remember that. And now you got to call him Super Bowl champion Nick Foles. So
that's what you got to do.
Excuse me, Nick Sirianni. So
hey, you got to put some respect on that name, like you're saying.
And listen, that halftime show was if you're Drake, getting cooked in front of a worldwide audience. Listen.
Oh wow.
And then the smile from Kim, I'm like, listen.
Oh wow.
Oh man, wow. It's like you were already cooked, and it's like they kept you in the oven a little bit too longer, and then you just got burnt. Like that's essentially what happened. Oh, and then sir, oh my god, and then you bring out the X. I'm like, good times.
Yeah.
So she's next. I did not know that.
Yeah,
he was Drake's ex. Now let me ask you a question: was that a little petty gamesmanship? You guys think? You think that was a little?
All right. First of all, the guy in the middle. Hold on, the guy in the middle. Yeah. This is my first time seeing Kendrick Lamar perform. So everything that was happening, the one thing I kept looking at my son because my son surprised me earlier that day saying, "Oh, Drake, yeah, Kendrick Lamar's performing." Yeah. He's like, "Let me know when he does. I want to see it." I went. Because he's a rock guy. But, he came down, we watching, he kind of gave me a little 411 while we were watching. And I'm going, and I told him, I said, you didn't have to tell me anything to tell me that he was going after Drake.
so good.
But when I saw the chicken red, I went, Ladarius, who's the thick chicken red? And of course, my lady's looking, really? You had to ask that? I'm like, yeah, because you don't know. Because we're trying to
what a great question.
it out.
C-Dub, a man of many words. A man of many words.
I hear you. Christy Lewis says morning.
Morning, Christy.
Lewis says morning. The Super Bowl is a reminder that defense is more than essential. Amen.
Thank
amen.
you.
Amen. Amen. And good morning. Yeah, man. I think that was a little shot at Drake. I'm not
a little. He listen. Kendrick shot the bow of the boat. Listen, he destroyed the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. All of it.
Oh wow!
Hold on.
Did you go back to Columbus?
Hold on.
Yes, I did. I'm a history guy.
Wow,
Ladarius, you're gonna love this. Man brought out the Batista pyro to show that shots were fired. That man was like,
Drake gonna
oh
get
God,
the
that's one of the best. Yeah.
Oh man.
C-Dub, was that shot that they took at Drake with Serena being in the background dancing? Was that Ron's rant worthy? Was that
probably was? I mean,
did that get the?
Oh yes.
No.
You meaning? Hold on. Let me just do.
Is that?
Oh, now it won't work.
Now,
there we go. Yeah. I mean, but my God, I mean, and look, I didn't know anything was going on because I'm like,
that was.
But when I saw her, I'm like, oh. And my son dying laughing. He didn't tell me nothing until after the fact, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was some grade A beef right there, man. That was beef. That's the beef 50 Cent's talking about in his song What's Beef? Beef is when you need two gas to go to sleep. Beef is when I see you. Dedicate to being ICU. And I'm through. What's beef? Beef is when your mom ain't safe up in the streets. All right, anyway, enough. I'm not gonna do a rap for you. But all right, so guys, let's talk it. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. So it looked to me like Kansas City said, you know what? We're going to take away Saquon, and we're going to dare you to beat us, Jalen. And that is exactly what happened. C-Dub, give me your thoughts on Jalen's performance. Was it MVP worthy? Give me your thoughts.
I know some people have issues when someone throws an interception, but my thing is this. It had to be Super Bowl worthy. I mean, because if he doesn't perform that way, a whole different game. It's a typical Chiefs win because they took away what you do best. Mm-hmm. What they did not expect, though, was Jalen to be ready to play the way he did. Look, Jalen Hurts may not be your prototypical great quarterback, but here's what he does. He doesn't blink. If he makes a mistake, he comes back and gets better. And, he's definitely one of those guys that tries not to keep making the same mistake. So I'm just going to say this. That was a heck of a performance. And look, I told you, just earlier, Saquon may have been limited, but Saquon made an impact. If you saw those swing passes, the receptions he was getting, they were focusing so much attention to him. Everybody was getting open. And people were making plays. I mean, Dotson made a play, a heck of a play. I mean, his knee was down, but short of the one, and of course, it had to be at the one of all places because you knew we were going to get a tush push. Right. But I mean, even the tush push wasn't a problem the whole game. I think did they only do it that one time? I don't think they did more than that. So when you think about some people are going to say he didn't deserve. I'm sorry, he did. He put the team on his back. If Saquon didn't show up, he had to show up, and he did. And honestly, I wouldn't even say Saquon didn't show up. I'd just say Saquon took the bullet because think about it. That whole playoffs, we talked about how he just dominated everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And what did Steve Spagnuolo say? We're going to take him out. We have to. It's a group effort. Well, here's the problem. When you're doing a group effort against one man, everybody gets open. Are you ready to handle that? And the Eagles showed they had playmakers, and man, it was a really good performance. I'm happy for him. I really am.
Yeah, I think Jalen is completely and 100% deserving of that Super Bowl MVP because he threw the ball where it needed to go. Like, for example, that one to Dotson that you referenced. Dotson, I don't think, isn't even their third option, but he was open. I guess he was the hot read or the read to go to in that blitz because Kansas City, Steve Spags is going to send a blitz. And every time he sent the blitz, Jalen was ready for it. He throws the pass to Dotson. He threw a pass. I think it was a wheel route to. Well, it really wasn't a real route. So I think Saquon kind of got out there and Jalen scrambled to the right side, and Saquon just kept going, and Jalen threw it to him. But Jalen was that dude yesterday, man. His performance was 100% MVP worthy, and hey, if you're a Jalen Hurts fan this morning, you should be proud. Ladarius, MVP, Jalen Hurts. Give me your thoughts on this performance yesterday.
Listen, the narrative around Jalen Hurts, to me, that's what made this win so much better to me. Jalen Hurts showed that, hey, I'm pretty good at this. And listen, 17 to 22, 221 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 11 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown to the ground. Jalen Hurts showed you, and in life, sometimes you got to show people better than you can ever tell them. That's what Jalen Hurts did.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell people you're great. Go show people that you're great.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts has always belonged in the top 10 quarterback conversation. He's borderline as a top 5 quarterback. Because here's the thing. He's not asked to do what other quarterbacks are asked to do. And when you look at that, listen, he only threw the ball. Like I said, he threw the ball 22 times. 22 times. And you know how many times Patrick Mahomes had to throw the ball? He threw it 32.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, my point is this. What you saw was a very efficient Jalen Hurts. You saw, like C-Dub said, you saw the game plan saying, hey, Jalen beat us. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, Vic Fangio and that defense has been great all season long.
Mm-hmm.
All season long. And he's winning it with, listen, Cooper DeJean. It was his birthday. He got a birthday interception on his birthday.
Yes,
that's his gift.
Yes, he did.
And you saw the way how Vic Fangio got to Patrick Mahomes. It was very reminiscent of when the Chiefs had played the Bucs in the Super Bowl, where it was Todd Bowles scheming up ways to get to Patrick Mahomes. The way to get to great quarterbacks is to make them feel your presence. And that's what Vic Fangio did. But what made this even more impressive is that he didn't really blitz. He just sent the front four. And the other 7 played coverage. So you were able to shut down Kelsey. Listen, Xavier Worthy had a great game, but the strategy was this. Vic Fangio said, we'll let Xavier Worthy beat us, but we will not let Travis Kelsey beat us. Because we'll let certain guys beat us, but we won't let Travis Kelsey beat you. And at the end of the day, that defense showed how it's played all season long. Jalen Hurts showed you how great of a quarterback he is. I couldn't even understand why there was even a narrative around him being such a quarterback. He shut down a lot of people, and it was great to see. And listen, it only shuts down the whole three-peat narrative, but it shows people that, listen, Jalen Hurts, when the game comes, listen, he went toe-to-toe with Mahomes back in Super Bowl 57.
Yep.
He understands the moment. This game here was a statement on Jalen Hurts' career, essentially saying that, hey, I've always been this good, and when I'm asked, I do in the role that I'm asked to do offensively, I do it well. Out of the 22 throws I made, I completed 17%. I completed 17 of my 22 throws. That's pretty efficient. And then throwing the two touchdowns. The interception, I'm not concerned with, because I think just Spagnuolo that just got on a blitz and he just threw it in the air. I'm not gonna, not all interceptions are terrible, so I don't consider that one like a game-changing interception in my opinion. So to me, it was a well-deserved MVP, and I just hope we change the narrative of how we talk about quarterbacks, because listen, not every quarterback is asked to do the same thing. And as someone who loves quarterbacks, I always say this all the time. Guys like Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, they can throw the ball 40 times a game. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to. We have some guy named Saquon Barkley in the backfield. When you have a great run game and a very stout defense, you're not going to be asked to throw the ball maybe no more than 30 times, unless it's like a shootout. So at the end of the day, shout out to Howie Roseman and how he built this team. And now he's going to probably find somebody else and somehow land and still continue to be great. So those are my thoughts.
So, real quick, let's do some housekeeping. Ryan says defense wins championships, offense takes you there. Ryan says, I'm sick as a dog right now. The Falcons really are on my bad side. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Miss Carrie. So let's stay right here with the narrative, because you brought up something that I really want to delve into, right? And that is, now that Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl, and he won, does this finally put to rest the idea that, and I'm going to do this in quotation marks, the mobile or athletic quarterback, the mobile quarterback, cannot win a championship? Does this finally put that to bed, or does Lamar Jackson himself have to come out and win a Super Bowl to do that? And C-Dub, I'll start with you. Give me your thoughts on that. With Jalen Hurts winning a Super Bowl yesterday, and, again, he was taken out of the game in Alabama against Georgia, the Natty, for being ineffective.
But then he came back and won it.
Then he came back a year later or whatever. So he's won there. He's now won a Super Bowl. He's done everything that you've asked him to do. He's been to two. He's won one. Does this put to rest finally the narrative that a mobile quarterback, which most would consider Jalen Hurts is, can win you a Super Bowl, right? Or does he have to sit back there in the pocket? Give me your thoughts on that, C-Dub. What do you think about it?
What does it matter? I mean, he's got the ring now. So, I mean, in my view, he's proven his case. He won a Super Bowl ring. And yeah, he threw touchdowns and he ran. You know what I call that? Winning a Super Bowl by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's I think a lot of people just get it twisted when they think, oh, well, you're supposed to, do this, you're supposed to do that. Look, you're supposed to win at any way you can legally. All right. You're supposed to win. All right. And that's what he did. Now, for Lamar's got to take himself and do that. He's got to win, get past Mahomes and then win the Super Bowl. But honestly, look, this is more for Jalen, and, to me, the whole rhetoric of mobile quarterbacks can't win, that's BS, because Patrick Mahomes is mobile. We've seen him run around. All right. I mean, the thing is this, is when you play the game, do you make the plays that win you the game? If you make those plays, you're good to go. And that's basically how I see it. It's, with this performance, this was what I loved about it. They basically, Steve Spagnuolo said, we're focusing on Saquon. Jalen Hurts, you have to beat us. Oh, crap, Jalen Hurts is beating us. And that was the biggest issue. That is really what hurt the Chiefs in this game. They did not expect Jalen Hurts to have an MVP performance, which, shame on them. The man had a very strong performance. If you look, some would say he had a better game the last Super Bowl than he had this one. But honestly, and by the way, the interception, that was more like a punt because you keyed him in the end zone. And I'm telling you, you put the Chiefs in an advantage of you got to drive the whole field against this defense.
Mm-hmm.
Not Buffalo's defense, not Baltimore. No, you got to go against ours.
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we saw the interception.
And I think they turned back around and gave it right back to the Eagles, didn't they? Because I think Pat
that's
came
the
right back.
Cooper DeJean pick six.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Ladarius, does this finally put to bed the notion that a mobile quarterback, and I'm going to do this in quotation because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know
exactly. I'm trying to be
Oh yeah.
low-key about it, but you get where I'm going.
I saw the
does this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Does it because and the reason I say this is because there's to C-Dub's point. There's more than one way to win a game, right? Mm-hmm. When Lamar Jackson came out, he was basically, I heard the comment, he's a running back playing quarterback. And two MVPs later, obviously that's not true. But with Jalen, who I'm not going to say, mobile quarterbacks are not a monolithic people. You have different quarterbacks that can do different things. But Jalen and Lamar are similar in some aspects. Do you think this finally puts to rest that notion that you have to be within a certain parameter, that you have to be a certain archetype, that you have to be a certain template to win a Super Bowl? Or does Lamar have to do it himself so that going forward, hereforth and forevermore, all mobile quarterbacks will be given the respect that they are due? Give me your thoughts on that, Ladarius.
Well, yeah, listen, I just said I love quarterbacks. I've written about quarterbacks and black quarterbacks. I'll say it. It's a Monday show. Here's the thing. The narrative around Lamar is not to the level that Jalen Hurts is reached in terms of Jalen Hurts, in terms of the narrative.
Correct.
It's two separate issues, but I will say this. People tend to forget there was a pretty mobile guy. He's in the Hall of Fame. His name is Steve Young.
Yep.
And it's quite funny to me when we talk about like Steve Young had similar issues, like could he win the big one? But it wasn't because he was a mobile guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that could he just follow in the pursuit of Joe Montana? That was a different narrative. And what's up, Monte Carlo? What's up, Raymond?
Carlo, what up, Raymond? What up, Carlo Wiggins? What up, Raymond? Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll put it like this. The narrative around Lamar Jackson has always been this. Is that yes, he was called a running. I read many schedules, and my issue is this. And I'm just gonna say it like this, and people can take it at face value, take it however they want to take it. I don't know how many times we have to continue to prove that quarterbacks who look like Lamar have to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it because listen, when Steve Young was doing it in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear the narrative. I never heard the narrative.
Thank you.
I never heard the narrative. But all of a sudden, Lamar comes out of Louisville. Absolutely amazing. And oh my God, he can do that. Oh, he's running. They ignored his passing. They just saw, he's tucking the ball in, which he got better at. Mm-hmm. This season statistically was his best. Mm-hmm. He had a 11-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. He led in over the guy who won it.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't, but that's a whole different conversation. My thing is this. I'm willing to go there because I love talking about quarterbacks. Here's the thing. People were talking with Donovan McNabb. People were talking I'll go, the issue is always going to be this to me. Is you're still going to have a handful of people out there who are always going to feel that the quarterback position should be played like how Johnny Unitas played.
Right.
or how Sammy Baugh played it, or how Norm Van Brocklin and those dudes.
Right.
My issue is this. You know, listen, times are a changing. In the words of Bob Dylan, times are a changing.
Yep.
And in 2025, I feel like we've said the same thing in 2025 that we said back in 2005, or back in 19. We're having the narrative, and at the end of the day, if you can understand like what Jalen Hurts did, it's even more impressive because of the scrutiny. And the thing is, the scrutiny was not for Philly fans. That's the ironic part. I've had Philly fans on my show. It's not them. It's the people exterior of Philadelphia. Oh, Jalen Hurts is this. I'm like, why do you feel that way about just because he's a quarterback? Oh, he's supposed to do all these things. Jalen Hurts was always a guy at Alabama. He showed whether Alabama or he was at Oklahoma. He showed you the type of guy that he was. That part, but the fact that to me, Lamar doesn't have to do a bleepity bleeping thing to prove to me that it works, because the success rate speaks for Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP. That lets me know that would a Super Bowl be great? Listen, I'll tell you right now, and I said it on another show, and I'll say this, and I'll keep my mouth quiet. Instead of blaming Lamar, why aren't we blaming the coaches, the coaching?
Yes.
And I've said this on this show. It's like, y'all quit. Oh, it's Lamar. It's Lamar's fault. Well, that's funny. He's had the same coach his whole career. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. It's not like what Jalen, who had two head coaches. So it's real funny that, like, we're sitting there arguing, not talking about here, but people arguing about Lamar Jackson. I'm like, we're not focusing on the coaching. And people listen, I've said it. I said go look at the resumes of John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin. Because listen, some of you same folks who wanted Nick Sirianni out also wanted Mike Tomlin out too. So that lets me know, listen, it's just not y'all cup of tea. I'd rather you say that than to give me some esoteric nonsense that is superfluous to the conversation. Oh, well, listen. At the end of the day, penultimately, Jalen's carving his own legacy, and that's why Lamar doesn't have to prove anything to any of us. What we should be talking about, does he have the right people around him to get him to a Super Bowl?
Yep.
That's the better question. And and I yield the rest of my time back.
Yeah. So and thank you for that. First and foremost, thank you both for that. But thank you for that, Ladarius, because this is what I want to get at, man. Lamar Jackson is probably one of the most talented quarterbacks we've ever seen, but because his dialect is not the right one, because he's not polished, because of the way his appearance is and the non-conformity, we have all of these issues. Okay? And all I'm saying is, look, it's about the spirit of a man. You ask Lamar's teammates, they love him. Lamar is a leader in every way. Lamar Jackson has earned my respect more than time and time again. So what? He doesn't talk like a talk show analyst. He plays football. He doesn't have to. You know what he has to do? He has to lead a team, and he does that. But I think this is a right step in the trek of mobile quarterbacks of a certain ilk, and I'll leave it right there. But thank you, because it needs to be said. Look, these guys are playing football, and however they win, whether that's throw it 30 times or throw it 20 and run 5, winning is winning is winning is winning. And it is far, way past time that we put to bed this notion that there's only one way to win a championship. So Jalen Hurts, shout out to you. Lamar Jackson, shout out to you. Let's do some housekeeping this morning. Jay Black, good morning. How you doing, sir? Raymond Collins, good morning. How you doing, sir? Carlo Wiggins, how you doing, brother? My nephew, Mr. Ryan Mobley. How you doing, man? That's my nephew. He's a Philly fan. Talked to him yesterday. Ryan, I'm so happy for you, nephew. I'm glad you guys won because I did not want to see Mahomes win another one. So good for y'all. Big Low Country's in the house. I'm just so glad Mahomes
What in the world,
won.
Bo?
Hey, what in the world, Bo? Yeah, I was hate watching. Me too. Me too. Let's see. I don't know what that symbol is, guys. Can you tell me what? Oh, is that the owl? Is that
it's the owl. It's
okay.
the owl.
All right. When I put that up, that means it's time to go to Hooters. Oh wow, he got me with that one.
Hey, no one knows that establishment well than Mr. Terry.
He got me with that one. Carlos says, bottom line, they don't fit the good old boy narrative. Absolutely, Carlo. Absolutely. And all I'm saying is, look, you don't have to go have a beer with the guy, America. You don't have to. But give the man his respect that is due. Lamar Jackson is one of the best, if not the best quarterback playing now. You could argue that, Pat Mahomes. You could argue Jalen Hurts. You could argue Joe Burrow. You could argue, what's his name out of Buffalo?
Josh Allen.
You could either one of those. Let's see. My nephew says also Kendrick Lamar is diabolical. Yeah, he is. William Amy says Falcons need to take notes and build in the trenches. Amen, William. Amen, William. It's like you read my mind because my next question. Oh wow! And then you came back and said, "Well, Lamar Jackson is an average QB." William, he has two MVPs. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I wish I had that average quarterback.
You have the right to express your opinion, but William, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, bro. But all right. So next question, guys: how far are the Atlanta Falcons away from making this trip to the Super Bowl? C-Dub, let's start with you. Give me your thoughts on that.
You sure about that?
Yeah, are we sure about that? Because I can go, I'll go, I'm not gonna go to Hooters for breakfast, but I'll probably go get some breakfast and then come back and while C-Dub does his talking.
How far away are the Falcons from the Super Bowl?
Yes.
For me, going to WrestleMania. And that's pretty dang far. Because unlike me, I could just go buy a ticket, but the problem is I can't afford that. But for the Falcons, I mean, tickets are for them, they're probably affordable because look, with this leadership, we don't even know if we can use toilet paper in that facility because it has to be a collaborative decision. So all I'm going to say is this, man. You got to look. If my GM can't take the time to go to a Senior Bowl, because he's too busy trying to go to Hooters for breakfast, all I'm saying,
I love it.
Hey, they have grilled cheese.
I love it. I love it, Jay Black.
Sometimes that morning loving is better than Anyway, just saying.
Oh my goodness.
But honestly, when it comes to the Falcons, it's a leadership issue. It's the head up thing, man. Between Arthur Blank, who never almost feels like he can't give full control. I'm sorry. If it's me, I'm looking at Mr. Magoo and I'm going, hey, Arthur, clean house. Beatles needs to go. Rich, we got to just get the stink out of here. Terry, everybody. Tap dance and Raw. I don't care if they can tap dance. Get them all out. And you got to get some guys that have confidence, but also, you know what? If it F's up, they're on the podium going, that was on me. As an organization, I have to be a better GM. There are people like that. But till the day we can correct the leadership, because the reason why I say that, you got to have accountability for your players. And your players are looking at the leadership and they're like, well, they can do that. I can do it. So that's where I'm at, man. I look at this team and I just go, like Ryan was talking about it last night. You know, we can't even look at anything straight until we can even look at our scouting department. And I asked him, well, what do you do when you're the person that's in charge of it decided not to go to the Senior Bowl? That wanted to, take it easy. We don't know what he was doing because because it's a collaborative decision. He probably was working in the the janitor room, making sure the bathrooms were clean. I don't know because Mercedes-Benz is a big place. But, and Terry Fontenot, man, he can't, you can't give him too many responsibilities, it looks like. That's why I'm like, you got to look at the leadership. Can the Falcons, the players get there? Yeah, they can, but look at what Sirianni did. We can joke about the way he is. Players believed in him. They played for him. They played for Fangio. Someone's saying Fangio was out of date, but look at him. He got all those young players to play defense. I mean, I'm just saying, you've got to have a strong leadership, and I don't see us having that. And I'll keep on criticizing that until we get some change.
Okie doke. C-Dub. I'm sorry. Ladarius. Whoo-wee. Wake up, T-Will. How far away in your mind's eye are we?
First of all, I don't know to be, I'm not offended because you compare me to a good guy, but I would like to think there's a disparity. I'm not going to get into it. We worked together for a while, but you know what? Listen, I'm not going to get into it.
Damn, get it together, man. That's nobody's fault but mine. Anything you got to say is right because
that cold medicine definitely kicked in. Let's just put it that way.
I need to get it together.
I hope he didn't mix with anything because I think we might be in danger.
No. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh, you remember that? Oh my God. Hey, not to cut you off, Ladarius, but I think C-Dub and I may have been doing, what was that, our third or fourth show, C-Dub?
Yeah, you about knocked the heck out.
Oh my God, Ladarius, I took all three of my medications at the same time, not knowing what the affect with Ladarius. I couldn't see in front of my face to end the stream. So I'm like, yeah, guys, good show. And like, we're literally there for 5 minutes. It got so bad. Tiff Rames was like, are we still on? Are we is this thing still on? Like that, bro? That's how bad it was. Anyway, man, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ladarius. Give me your thoughts, man. How far away are we from a Super Bowl?
That's a great question. That's a preview to a question in a future segment on here. But what I will say is this: we have a franchise quarterback. That's very integral to that process. That's number one. And I think number two, it's a matter of, listen, what we do in our front office and how we construct the defense, because it's been said on here, it's listen, we have to build a defense. Specifically, we have to in the trenches. And I think if there was a draft where you can just go defensive heavy, should you choose to go that route, this would be the draft to do it. And I've said it, and Berto, he did an amazing job with the mock draft he did. And it kind of proved the point that this is a very defensive heavy draft. It starts in the draft. Howie Roseman showed you that. Brent Veach for the Chiefs, the GM, he showed you that. Great teams have shown you, hey, get the franchise quarterback, protect him, go get some defense to shore up to kind of balance out the offense. I'm going to say we're not too far away because of the division we're in. That's number one. I think where division you play in kind of matters. So we're not that, we're there. But listen, I just need to see Coach Ross step it up this year. There's no two ways about it. I like him because listen, I don't believe in hating people. That's just me. You can strongly dislike someone, but I don't reach the level of hate. Because with some people, I'm not going to get into that whole different conversation. Some people you get really close to hate, but you get on that precipice of hate really close, and then sometimes your faith reminds you, listen, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. You got to pull back. But the point is, I want Coach Rod, I want Terry to succeed. Just not only just as a Falcons fan, but I just want them to succeed from the standpoint of like I don't want to waste Michael Penix's time here.
Right.
We got a franchise guy. Right. Let's put him in the most successful position possible. That's what the Eagles essentially did in the draft when it came to like Jalen Hurts. We know how good. Listen, and they got Jalen Hurts, by the way, in the second round. By the way, so think about that. So it's about understanding value and placing an emphasis on your needs. Because at the end of the day, what are you prioritizing? Are you prioritizing the things that are going to make you successful, or you're just prioritizing things just, all willy-nilly, like it's whose lines it anyway sort of situation? Like how? Where's the focus? And the focus should be on defense. If you want to if you want to add some offensive line, that's great. But I feel the gap is not as far as people think it is. But this draft and this offseason will go a long way into proving where that window is and how far away we are.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a very fair point. And I would tend to agree with you. I don't think we're there because this offense is set. Okay. We got a quarterback who can sling it. We got receivers who can go get it. We got running backs that can tote it. You can get in Kyle's in between his ears next year. You might even have 1,000-yard tight end with him. I mean, he was on his way. I think he had an okay year last year, but again, the sky's the limit with Penix. I think this offense is set. We just need to re-sign the center Dalton. Or wait, what's our center's last? What's his name? Dahlman. Thank you. Yeah, we just need to re-sign him. But outside of that, we're set on offense. So to Ladarius's point, we really do. There needs to be a focus on defense in the draft. I don't want to see any offensive players.
I hear everybody saying this, but my question is this. I also look at Terry and I go, because people go, well, Terry fixed the books. Question, are we over the cap or under the cap right now? And I know the answer, because we're projected to be over 27 million, I believe. So last I checked, anytime you hear the word over the cap, that's not a pat on the back. Hey, great job. So that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that. And look, this Kirk Cousins thing is a debacle. And I know, and this is where, how you say that word collaborative? This is where it bites you in the butt. Because y'all just said it was a collaborative decision. So that means Ra and Terry made that decision. So that's where I'm going. And can the Falcons team, can those guys make a run? Yes. The division is weak. Yes. But yet, we have seen teams that showed promise, i.e. Jacksonville. And now they're on their, third coach? Duval. Anyway, whatever he did. And that's where I'm saying, like Ladarius just said, we don't want to waste what Michael Penix could be. And remember this, there is a big difference with no tape versus having a little bit of tape. So this is going to be interesting to see how Penix grows and how the league catches up to him. He's going to have some bumps in the road, but I like his game. I like his confidence. So, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
Thank you, John Brooks.
I don't. I think we're okay. I think you're gonna have to make some decisions. You're definitely gonna have to make some decisions, no doubt about it. But I think we are a lot closer than most people think we are. I really do. I do, because I think this offense is going to be pretty darn good. They are going to be pretty darn good. And, we'll see. Look, Philly's not going anywhere, so you're going to have to deal with them next year. But I think the Falcons can definitely win this division, and I think they can go on a run in the playoffs if the right set of circumstances fall their way. John Brooks says we better go and get Myles Garrett. No more excuses. We need another dog on the D-line. That's true. Don't know how much he's going to cost you, but you're really going to have to work around some stuff because we're losing a lot of folks. So just depends. Carlos says nobody expected Kirk to get hurt. Thank you. And that was the point. I don't think that signing Kirk was a bad idea, just like I don't think that drafting Penix was a bad idea. Both can be, they're not mutually exclusive. Both can be true. Both can be true. Look it. These are the choices you had on the open market. You had Kirk Cousins, you had Justin Fields, you had Russell Wilson, and I believe you had who went to Minnesota? What's his name?
Sam Darnold.
McCarthy.
Right. Sam Darnold, who probably isn't going to succeed anywhere like he did in Minnesota because their head coach is a quarterback whisperer. Okay, so let's be real about that. So it came down to Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson wasn't coming here, Justin Fields, and Kirk Cousins. And for the type of offense that Zach Robinson wanted to run, Kirk Cousins fit the profile. So you sign him because nobody in their right mind can foresee Kirk getting hurt, his elbow and his shoulder, which remember, I told you guys for weeks and weeks, he's hurt. Okay. Nobody could have foreseen that. So the Falcons weren't wrong to sign him. A lot of times, and what really bothers me with the media, and quite candidly with a lot of Falcons fans, is we expect every decision to work out, and that's not real life. That's not real life. You know, some of y'all are friends with people right now that 5 years from now, you won't even know. Some of you will, but let's keep it real. Some of y'all won't even know some of the friends that you know right now, 5 years from now, for whatever reason, whether you move, you go to a new job, life happens. Okay? So just because that decision didn't work out, thank God we drafted Penix. To me, this shows a Falcons regime that has a vision that said, we're not just going to stop at Kirk Cousins. We're going to attack the now in the future. So I'm okay with both decisions, guys, but that's just me. John Brooks says Duval. Williams says the NFC South is going to be better. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully so. All right. So this Philly team that put foot to butt yesterday, and they did put foot to butt. Ladarius says we'll still be friends. Goddamn right, Ladarius. Goddamn right. So, I did not see that one. Ladarius does that, so he surprises me. Okay. Oh my God, this dude right here. You got me with that one. Okay. Where am I?
Philly, can Philly repeat this team? Yeah.
Can this team repeat? Look, they got the only people that they're losing, and I tried to be prepared for today's show, so I got my show notes. The only people they're losing: Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, who's a decent edge rusher, but he's a little older. Zach Braun, who's a good linebacker. Mekhi Becton, Avonte Maddox, Milton Williams, LaRaven Clark, and Rick Lovato. But I don't see anybody up other than Josh Sweat and Zach Braun. I don't see anybody up there that you just couldn't replace and be just fine. So I think they definitely can repeat because they still got some dogs coming back, man. But you know, C-Dub, give me your thoughts. Can this team come right back next year and win again based on what we saw and based on who they're potentially losing? Give me your thoughts.
Out of the whole group of people you mentioned, I mean, Braun probably would be the only guy you want to keep, to be honest with you, because one, he did the interception, and two, you can't, a lot of people. Oh, Ladarius, you man. I just saw the comments. I feel forever. Anyway, but yeah, man. I mean, can they? They can, but I mean, breaks and things that have to go well. You have to just see. the NFC is going to be a lot. I think we'll be competitive with Washington. You know, I'm not worried about the Cowboys and Giants because, quite honestly, Cowboys are hype and they're hyped up because of an old geezer. So anyway, but and then I'm just looking. You know, the NFC West will probably be a contender because you know you look at Stafford, look at the Rams, look at what you know that organization can do. Look over at the 49ers. You know, a lot of guys were hurt on that team. So it would be interesting to see how they're going to reboot. Apparently, they're trying to trade Debo.
Yeah, I saw
Not Debo
that.
vibes, but Debo. But you know, that would be kind of rude. I mean, the man's not even a content creator for the 49ers, and you're trying to get rid of him like that. That ain't right. But no, I'm just saying. I think it can be done. It's just a question of just how things come along because you know you also got to be pretty healthy. You got to let stuff happen.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Ladarius, your thoughts? Can this team repeat, or you know, give me your thoughts?
You know what the Eagles have done? They locked up their quarterback, which is, to me, that's very huge. When you look at dynasties and if we're trying to repeat all that, locking in your franchise quarterback, that works. And then I look at the NFC as a whole. It's like you look in the division. Maybe Washington's their toughest competition. Dallas are doing whatever the hell they're doing, and the Giants are kind of in rebuild mode. So you shift to NFC South. You got us. Not quite there yet in our division, and then you shift west. We don't know what San Francisco is going to look like next season. I believe they have a lot of questions they have to figure out in terms of are we going to get that same kind of roster back next season from them? It wasn't just a down year. How healthy will Christian McCaffrey be? Because we kind of saw what happened when the wheels fall off there. We kind of saw how the team went. And then you look at Seattle, questions about, people looking at like certain situations there, maybe like Geno Smith, how the defense is great, but maybe what they're going to do there. I think Arizona, is a ways to go. The Rams, I think that they're great. Defensively, is a great team, but there's just still questions of Stafford, and there's still questions of Cooper Kupp. They're going to move on from Cooper Kupp, so we don't know what their receiving core is going to look at. And then you look at the NFC North. Then, listen, Minnesota without Sam Bradford, we'll see how. Without Sam Darnold, we'll see how that kind of goes. Potentially, the Lions are going to look a little bit different. Green Bay. Well, listen, my point is this: they can absolutely can because the AFC has always been stronger than the NFC. That's not knocking the NFC, but if you look at who's won the last couple of before, there's a reason why when the NFC teams got there, to the success rate. But this Eagles team, they're loaded at quarterback. But
their
listen,
offensive line is young and strong too.
And the thing is, like Landon Dickerson said, he's going to come back. There were thoughts of him retiring, but he said he's going to come back for another season. They have a very huge offensive line, and the resurgence of Mekhi Becton as well. Devontae, there's a lot of great pieces there. And here's the thing: if Atlanta wants to get in the conversation, like I said in the previous segment, this offseason is a game-changing offseason for us. In terms of if we can get better, we don't need to be like the Eagles type. It'd be great if we were.
That'd be great.
Yeah. It'd be fantastic. Yeah. But if we can be a top 15 defense, we have and in my opinion, maybe top 10, potentially top 5 offense. Why not us?
Yeah.
But a lot has to be done. But listen, I can see them. I can see them in Super Bowl 60. I would not be shocked at all.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fair. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Carrie who just joined us. Miss Carrie, how you doing?
What's up, Carrie?
We didn't witness history last night, and I saw an amazing Super Bowl halftime show by Kendrick, so I'm happy.
The greatest maybe not Drake's great, but it was the greatest man.
Wow.
I think somebody would say no to that, and I think his name is Drake, I believe.
Oh wow! That's gonna get messy. That is.
Listen, it's one thing that Kendrick cooks you, but then your ex cooks you. Like that's even.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching.
That's gonna get that. Yeah, that's gonna get messy, man.
Mustard. Okay. I'm done. I apologize, Gary. I apologize. I just had to say that out loud because it helps me with my anxiety. So it helps me a lot. It keeps me going. So
no, you're all good. Honestly,
can
I answer this question? Can fit this Philly team?
Of course you can, Miss Carey. Okay. Of course you can.
Honestly, this Philly team can repeat, although I'm hoping they don't for obvious reasons. I want the Atlanta Falcons to be in the mix, and we beat this Philly team last season, so. But they absolutely can. Bias aside, they absolutely can. Their offensive core, as far as I know, is staying intact because Saquon has 2 years left on his deal. Obviously, Jalen's going nowhere. So they have their star weapons on offense going nowhere. And obviously, we know that defense was lights out all game yesterday. So I don't think they're losing anyone in free agency on defense as well. Besides, I think Jonathan Gannon. I don't know who. Actually, no. Sorry, I don't think they're losing anybody but Brandon Graham. I can't remember that. They're not really losing anybody major, are they? From their
I think Brandon Graham's retiring.
Brandon Graham's retiring.
Okay.
And then I think Kellen Moore's going to take that job with that team and that other team that played in that.
It's not a think. It's actually happening.
Oh, it's happening. Okay.
Ryan, for the sake of me, I don't want to, he plays in that city and that happened at the Super Bowl. I don't know the name off the top of my head. I'm usually pretty good at geography.
He's going to those swamp people.
Well, I don't wish him well, respectfully.
No, not at all. Not at all. Good morning, Ryan.
Yes,
Ladarius.
Ain't nothing good about this morning, damn it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sitting here. Man. No, listen. First off, none of y'all live up here in Philly. I live in Philly.
Oh, you know what?
And I'm rocking Falcon stuff today, and I damn sure ain't hiding it. So I'm letting you know now. I had to get away from a coworker up here that normally don't even say two good words in the morning to anybody, but yet still I happened to be a target this morning. I kind of had to back away, and I had to come over here and say what's up to T. Will, Miss Carey, and Ladarius, and my man C. Dub this morning, because I'm keeping my JOB, but I'm letting these jokers know what it is. Don't think it's sweet over here in Atlanta. I'm not a typical Atlanta fan. I'm an SEC fan first. Understand this. I've thrown hands with Gator fans, and I've thrown hands with Eagle fans. I ain't doing that at work today. I need my money. Uncle Sam still, hey, I got bills to pay. But it's depressing on one hand because that whole defense was in your backyard. That whole defense was in your backyard. I don't want to hear the bullshit about Bijan. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to hear the bullshit about Bijan. All y'all Bijan lovers can kiss my ass this morning. I'm on one this morning. Y'all can kiss my entire. I'm gonna do it like, hey T. Will, I'm gonna take it back to Harlem Nights for you. Kiss my entire ass. Rest in peace to Miss Della Reese. But I'm not gonna get too crazy into it because I'm gonna slide out. But the thing is this: you have to respect an intelligent general manager like Nick Sirianni that understands how to scout players and really how to put guys in the right place. You look at the fact that how he hired these coordinators, Vic Fangio. You look at how they went after Kellen Moore as soon as he was fired from Dallas. And you look at the fact that Nick Sirianni, let's talk about it. Philly, within the past 8 years, have been to 3 Super Bowls. And they've gone with 2 different head coaches. And they've won with 2 different head coaches. Now, what does that say about this Atlanta Falcons organization?
Well,
I'm curious. I want to know. What does this say about our organization?
Well,
It starts from the
I think
top
it.
down.
I think it says the same thing that it does about all other 30 teams, other than the Falcons. We didn't do it, and good for the Eagles. Good for them. I'm not. No. Because, and I'm not saying you're wrong to feel how you feel. You have you have every right to feel how you feel. That's how you feel. I don't feel that way. I'm glad we went and got Bijan because we have a juggernaut on offense. Now, could we have gone and gotten somebody on defense? Sure, we could have. We could have made some different picks, but let's see where we can take this. The Eagles are having their moment right now, and that's good. It won't last forever, but they're having their moment right now. Yes,
it's not just a moment. Hold up, it's not just a moment, man.
Right.
You also got to look at it like this. Let's be real. They built the trenches before they started getting pieces. We started getting pieces and didn't build the trenches. That's what I'm talking about their incompetency. It's not that Bijan isn't a talented runner. You can't take that away from him. The kid is dynamite. But at the end of the day, you look at this running back draft that's coming out. It's 10 guys that can do exactly what he's doing right now and can start right now. I can give you 3 dynamic backs that does exactly what he does. Ashton Genty is one. So what I'm saying is, when you have a chance to build a team, the Philadelphia Eagles have done this since you had the Gumby and the high top back in the day. Right. They've always built the defensive line and the offensive line. We have yet to understand that concept, fam.
I got you, Ryan. Let me ask you a question. How long? When did the Eagles start their franchise?
Eagles started their franchise in 1930s.
1933, correct. When did they win their Super Bowl?
They won their first Super Bowl in 2017, but they also have 3 NFL championships. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about that. That's championships, baby.
I'm talking about Super Bowls. I'm talking about Super Bowls, right?
2 Super Bowls and 3 championships. Right, but Will, the NFL championships are the Super Bowls from back in the past, bro. They just renamed it.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, it's not like they have 10 or 20 or 30. If you're looking at their existence, they're almost 100 years and they've got 5, right? So what I'm saying is they're having their moment, period. It'd be different if, I don't know, they started in 1980. They started in 1933. They should have 5. They should, right? Steelers started in 1933. They should.
They got beat by a wild card team in 1980 because you mentioned that year they got beat by the Raiders. That was the first time that had ever happened.
They did. But my point is, Ryan, and not that you're not right, but these things are cyclical. So in 2027, when they have to start paying all these players, I don't think you're going to see that dominance remain because they got a lot of, right now. They got a cheap quarterback. Not cheap. I'm sorry, not cheap.
He said cheap.
I'm thinking about Daniels. I'm sorry.
Damn, $200 million.
I'm like, wait a minute. I remember the check he got. Yeah,
you're right.
Jesus,
I'm sorry, T-Will, thank you. Hey, T-Will, thank you for that laugh today, bro. I needed
that.
No,
yeah.
T-Will's a great therapist too, by the way.
Yeah,
no worries.
Oh, and a cheap quarterback. Jesus
in a couple of years, when that bill comes due, you're not going to have this same team, right? So yeah, I mean, they might win this year, they might win next, but it's not going to last forever, and they're going to have to start all over again, just like we will. It's cyclical.
Well,
they're not going to start over. They're going. Wait a minute. They're not going to start over. They're going to reload because they have competency in the scouting department and also with the general manager. Again, as I said last night, when I had a show last night, and I had C-Dub cracking up. Terry and Raheem are pretty much the modern day Nichols brothers without the tap dancing shoes. They are the modern day Nichols brothers. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and if you want to be honest, I was gonna say Raheem is Harry Nichols, is pretty much Harry, the one that talk all the trash. If you remember the 5 heartbeats, so I say hold my cane. That's your man Raheem right now, because all we doing is hearing all the trash talk today.
We haven't heard it much lately.
And all I'm asking is this though: when we really want to be honest, and it's just the fact that we have to be honest as Falcon fans with this team. We've been around since 1966, and the blueprint still. I'm sorry. The blueprint really 65. 66 we had the city. But the blueprint has never worked. It's almost been close to 70 years now with this team, and we're still repeating bad habits. The only difference is we're able to spend money now, but we're not bringing in the best of talent and the best of evaluations when it comes to mid-round guys at this point. Because normally that was what our sweet spot was for the longest. I mean, Terry has got some great picks in the first round, but when are we going to start getting this defense right? Because at one point, back in the days when you first became a fan, the Falcons were known as a defensive team with the grit blitz and being able to draft defenders. We just couldn't get the offense right. We never got two things. We never have two things that match. No peanut butter, no jelly, ham, no burger. Damn.
Ryan, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you think that, talking about the Bijan pick and neglecting the trenches, neglecting, defense, do you think that, I know Terry, his philosophy is BPA in the draft, but do you think that it's more so him selecting a player, with the first pick, like Bijan, because it's a flashy, exciting player? We keep going offense, we keep going these, flashy players versus building the trenches. Do you think they're doing that because we have the fan base is just tired, for lack of a better word, and we haven't won in so long, so they think, oh, well, at least we'll sell tickets and, bring excitement by doing that?
I'm gonna try to do my best T Will imitation with this one because I'm gonna try to be positive with this one. Okay. Got to be like my brother T Will. I got to be positive.
I'm just right. I just don't want to. I'm trying to make an excuse for it not to be incompetence. Okay, that's what I'm.
No, here's the thing. There's no such thing as being able to shield incompetence and lack thereof of common knowledge, better known as common sense. So you can't, no matter how you ask it, you can't put. It's kind of like my granddaddy said, "Boy, you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, and it's still ugly as hell." So getting to it with this team, we still are enamored by the Atlanta way. The Atlanta way in all sports, minus the Braves, but they're starting to kind of turn into that now. They rather have people that are going to create splash plays instead of creating people that are going to put W's in the column. We're more worried about being entertained and being able to talk about numbers. Right. But the thing is, championships is what matter. We don't have any. The Braves, the reason they were so great for so long, and T. Will, you can attest to this because you watched them go through the bad years and watched how they transitioned. When they figured out how to get pitching right and they built around the pitching, that's how the Braves had their dominance. When you figure out how to get these trenches right in Atlanta, you can build around it, but the trenches need to be the main thing Atlanta needs to have. A lot of people aren't going to agree with it, but hey, nothing is. I'm okay with a win not being sexy. But thank y'all for having me on, man. I just needed to come in here and slide and just kind of air the disappointment from what we've seen this year and the incompetence. Maybe we might get it right this year, but again, as I said, as long as the Nicholas brothers keep tap dancing, I don't believe it. So thank y'all for having me on, fellas. And Miss Carrie, appreciate y'all. I love y'all show. And hit that like button for these guys, please.
Hey Ryan, no problem. No, you're right. You got to build up the trenches now because you have no excuse. You got everything. Oh wow, I guess he had to go. Okay, all right.
He said, "Mic drop. I'm out."
He said, "Party over. I'm out." That's what he said.
I ain't happy. I'm mad. I'm out.
My work here is done.
Okay. Well, hey, all I'm saying is, you definitely have to build the trenches, but I don't think that Bijan was a bad decision. I don't think that Drake was a bad decision. Kyle is debatable. Okay. I'll give you that. I don't think Penix was a bad decision. So I am okay because you needed a quarterback. At the time we drafted Penix, you needed a quarterback. At the time we drafted Drake, you needed a receiver. At the time we drafted Bijan, well, you could argue that maybe we didn't, but this guy is generational. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't have an issue. Let's see.
But T-Will, did you get a chance yet to look at that draft picks from Terry Fontenot's time with Atlanta so far?
I did not.
Okay, yeah, it hurts, for lack of a better term, to just see it all black and white there year after year.
So that should tell you something.
Well, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this before we go down this road. Has anyone done it? Because what I'd rather do is look at a complete matrices or metric and see, okay, what the best teams, how often do they hit on a third, fourth, fifth round pick? Because it's not every day, right? The best teams, right? Without just, because we can take a look at Terry's, but everybody else might be the same. You don't know, right? So without, it would be irresponsible of us to just say, oh, whatever, because I don't believe in doing that. If you're going to say this person's doing a bad job, give me evidence, give me spreadsheets, give me comparisons that says, okay, the Raiders have done this. That's a bad example, but
the two Super Bowl teams did it.
The 49ers have done this, right? No, but I'm saying I need to see data.
Okay, but again, what we're saying is that the draft, you look at the draft that these guys had from the Chiefs, from the Eagles, those players typically play. They may not be like impact players, like, hey, these guys are stars. No, but they're guys that they get used from. Where the Falcons, a lot of them aren't even on the team. And then when they get released, a lot of them don't get picked up. So that is some stuff that needs to be talked about.
Not to be funny. I need to see data, right? That's just opinion. Like, I need to.
Okay, here's the data for you. Out of 29 draft picks, we have 7 players that started last year. And Terry Fontenot's time with the Atlanta Falcons so far, 7 picks have started or starters at the beginning of the season out of 29 players. So that's the data.
7 that made starters or 7 that started that year?
Started that year.
Okay, how many that eventually they became starters?
Well,
I'm sorry,
I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry, but
for example,
like the later round picks, for example, like let me just say, year 1 was Pitts, Richie Grant, Jalen Mayfield, Darren Hall, Drew Dahlman, Taquan Graham, and Ogundeji. There's only 2 players that start for the Falcons on that draft class.
Taquan Graham was decent. You said somebody else. Who else did you say?
I said Jalen Mayfield.
Jalen Mayfield was awful. Okay, Jalen Mayfield was off. I will give you that. My brother and I had several passionate discussions because I hated Jalen Mayfield.
Brother Eric, there's no way to talk good about him. I'm sorry.
I didn't hate him as a person, but as a player, I hated him. But again, what I'd like to do, Carrie, maybe we can get Scott Karisic on and have him to do a deep dive, because without data, we're just basically spouting opinions.
Right. So, well, I'm not spouting an opinion as far as how many players started the season for us compared to how many draft picks. Like how C-Dub said, like a lot of these players are not even on the Falcons anymore. I mean,
so what's league average for number one do you have a metric for that?
I don't have a metric for that. I just have the black and white. We only have 7 players that started out of 29.
Okay, but that's a metric. That could be league average. We don't know is what I'm saying, right?
Okay, well, next show I'll get back to you on the.
There you go.
For that, but I'm just letting you know it's not. There's no way that's good. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it is, Carrie. I'm not saying it is, but we could be middle of the road. We don't know, right? I don't want to.
I hope so. My point I was trying to make is that we hit on the first round draft picks like you mentioned, but it's not hard to hit on first round draft picks in 4 years. I'm sorry, it's not. And later, we need to work on getting better in the later round draft picks.
Definitely.
It hasn't been that good. Honestly.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's where I was
I'm
going
not
with
saying
that.
we're perfect, Carrie. What I am saying is, if we want to know really where we are, we probably need some sort of rubric or some sort of spreadsheet that gives us the data that says the Falcons rank 30th in this, or the Falcons rank 15 in this. Then, you know what I mean? Just throwing some blanket statement out there without really having the data. Because you could be absolutely right, Carrie. We could suck at draft round picks not in the first round, or we could be middle of the road. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Nothing.
sense.
I'm getting nothing. I'm getting cricket. All right, guys.
Makes sense.
Fine. I'll be the bad guy.
Hold on. I got you.
I was gonna. Oh,
Everything is awesome.
Oh wow.
Okay, no, Ladarius. I want to hear
when you're a
Ladarius.
Falcon
Okay.
queen. Everything is awesome.
Oh my
Because we
goodness.
have
This is
no
the part where you say.
accountability.
See, I mean, Terry, this is the part where you say, Ladarius, what say you?
Ladarius, what say you?
No. I'm not giving you credit for that, Terry. Not a chance on God Green's viewer. I'm giving you credit for that.
There we go.
Jesus, Mary, and Joe. Oh, thank you, Carrie. You see, this is why I'm not the producer of the show. This is why.
Wow.
You see,
This guy.
yeah, you see, take my name out of it, because my name
guy
above
right
his
here.
name or next to it, I don't care what order it is, chronological, age, I don't care. No, all I'm going to say is this, to be really quick. I understand, because listen, you have to have, a measuring. You have to have like a set of criterion.
Right.
But what I will say is this: as great as a head coach as Bill Belichick was, and I can show you, the one position he could never get right in totality was wide receiver. He could never get that right in totality. How do I know that? Because of the guys he drafted. Deion Branch, Julian Edelman, and David Givens started more than 20 games in the NFL. Now, he drafted, remember N'Keal Harry? Remember that guy?
Yep.
Tyquan Thornton?
Yep.
Aaron Dobson?
Yep.
PK Sam, Bethel Johnson. So that I didn't mean to, but I understand where T Will is saying, like, because sometimes people throw out blanket statements, and people, especially on Twitter for some reason. But I'll just be real quick to keep the flow of the show going. It's just that even the great Bill Belichick could not get every position right. Like, because think about this: who in the room knew that Tom Brady was going to hit in the 6th round?
Yeah,
Nobody.
If you look at, he was buried on the depth chart at Michigan, and he didn't start, I believe, until his senior season. So there wasn't a whole lot of tape on Thomas Aloysius Brady coming out of Michigan. It's drafting. Drafting is not an exact science.
That part.
But at the end of the day, what I will say is this: how you find value is having a grading scout department, having a general manager, like I said, who prioritize. What's the focus of the front office? That's the question. How can you find value, and how do you value them? Like, because there's such things like there's true value and how you value it. What Howie Roseman does well is that he values guys because he gets the best player available. He doesn't have a mindset of I need to be this position centric. He goes after the best player. He trusts the coaching staff that Nick Sirianni assembled and Vic Fangio, and then they're gonna find a new offensive coordinator in since Kellen Moore is leaving. But so it's not an exact science. What I will say about Terry Fontenot is that that's the key for this draft. With 5 picks, how do you find value with what are you going to do with those picks? Because like I keep saying, this is a very important offseason for him. In a very defensive heavy draft, you got to come away with at least 3-4 guys, and we need to see some of them on the field. You can't afford to sit your first round pick needs to be in the lineup. Draft a guy who's a day one starter. So that's my 2.5 cents. I'll put myself on mute and back to you.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, man, look, I don't think there's anybody that's wrong here. Let me say that. And I don't feel that. Look, Ryan has a reason to feel the way he feels. C-Dub has a reason to feel the way he wants to. Carrie, Ladarius, myself, we all can feel how we want to feel. There's no wrong answer. One thing I will say, the Falcons do not appear to draft the defensive line well, and they've never done that as a franchise. That's one thing I can say. To Ladarius's point, where Bill Belichick did not draft receivers. The Falcons have never, and I don't know why this is, right? So to me, that's the first thing we got to address. Because as we've seen with the Eagles, and really to all you guys' points on the panel, look, it's about those offensive and defensive lines, as Ryan so eloquently put it. So let's move on to the next segment. Guys, of all the Eagles free agents, and I think they have, looks like 8, right? So they've got Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, 2 edge rushers, Zach Braun, a linebacker, Mekhi Becton, an offensive tackle, Avonte Maddox, a cornerback, Milton Williams, a D tackle, LaRaven Clark, an offensive tackle, and a long snapper, Rick Levedo. In my opinion, I'm thinking Josh Sweat or Zach Braun. But give me your thoughts. Is there anybody on the Eagles roster that's a free agent that you guys would go after? And we'll start with you, C-Dub.
Braun, I mean, I would like Sweat, but I think they'll try to keep him because that's what good organizations do, as long as the price is right. And also, you got to see what the development of Nolan Smith is. But those are my top 2 I would look at. If you're telling me I could get a few guys, I would definitely look at Braun and Sweat because I was really impressed. Graham's going to retire, as we heard earlier. So we'll just play by the year.
Good deal. Carrie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep. Who are you picking? If you know, in a perfect world, you can pick anybody from this list. You can sign anybody. Who are you picking?
I'm picking Josh Sweat. But I don't know that I don't think they're gonna re-sign him. Maybe they will, like C-Dub said. I'm not really sure. I know he signed an extension, 2021 or 2? So
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to keep him again. I think he had 8 sacks this season, which he would be our sack leader on this Atlanta Falcons team if he was on our team. So I feel like it's hard to basically say no to any free agent edge rusher, which is wild. But honestly, when you look at most of their sack numbers, most of the time they're always going to be our top sacks guy if they were on our team. So I would pick him, I guess.
Okay. Good deal. Darius, who are you picking from this list? In a perfect world, money's not an issue. Who you picking?
In a perfect world?
Perfect world, brother.
In a utopian society. Yeah,
in a complete and utter non-dystopian society. It's heaven on earth.
I have to use my big words out because I feel like sometimes Terry tries to intimidate me. But now,
I like it. I like it, bro. Go ahead.
Ideally, I would look at Zach Bond because I'm nothing against Josh Sweat or anything, but I would look at a guy like Zach, especially the linebacking position. And like Millie said, I'm curious to see how them pairing him with Caden Ellis, because I absolutely love Caden Ellis at linebacker for us. Giving him somebody to kind of next to him like a 1-2 punch there would be great to watch. Because like I said, I think this would be a draft defense. You can find some great edge players there, and also free agency depending on the route that we go. It's for Myles Garrett, it's not a pecuniary issue, it's not a financial issue because of his money situation. It's a matter of the capital that Cleveland will want in return if we want an elite edge rusher in Myles Garrett. So I believe go after the linebacker. I will go after the linebacker. I will go after Zach Bond in a perfect world.
Okay, that makes sense. Me in a perfect world, as Ladarius said, in our essential utopian society, I'm going for Josh Sweat and Zach Braun and Mekhi Becton because he's a hoss. So yeah, I'd I put him somewhere. I'm either replacing Jake or I don't know about necessarily replacing, but I might. You know what? Let's just go with Josh Sweat and Zach Braun because I don't know how I feel about who's our tackle guys? Not named Jake. What's his McGarry? I don't know how I feel about him because he didn't have a bad year, and in the run game he's a mauler. I don't know how I feel about him. So more to come on that. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, now here's a question that I have, and let's get to Millie first. Only guy I would take is Braun, pairing him with Ellis, and show New Orleans what they missed out on. Amen. Is with what we saw yesterday, and it was a complete and utter beatdown. You got Josh Allen, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Joe Burrow, all yapping at the heels of Kansas City. Is their reign of terror over? Or do they have a shot next year? Like, give me your thoughts. And Carrie, let's start with you.
To be honest, they always have a shot when Andy Reid is their head coach and Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback, to be honest. Yeah, they definitely have a shot. I don't think I don't think that they're gonna win the AFC next season personally, but a lot of it for me depends on if Cincinnati wants to address the defense and make signings and open their checkbook like they need to do. Because for me, I've noticed that in the AFC, the quarterback who has Mahomes' number is Joe Burrow. And if Joe Burrow even had a top, 15 defense like we're saying we need, he would have beat him, or they would have, gone further than that. So, yeah, he had a bottom of the league offensive line, and still put up amazing numbers if you look at it compared to what Patrick Mahomes did with. I'm pretty sure he has a top 10 offensive line. Didn't look like it last night, but he does have a good offensive line. So,
and the defense was trash.
Yeah, so I'm hoping so, because I was one of the haters that didn't want a three-peat, so I didn't want to see history be made last night. So yeah, I'm gonna say it can happen though because Andy Reid's still their head coach and Patrick Mahomes is still their quarterback. Although I am seeing Chief fans on social media saying that they're ready for a shuffle at the coordinator positions, but obviously they don't want to get rid of Andy Reid, but they think there should be a reshuffle.
Understood. Ladarius, is their reign of terror over? Or do we still have to look out for more Kansas City Chiefs appearances in these Super Bowls? Give me your thoughts.
Like Carrie, I'm not gonna count out Mahomes or Reid as the head coach and quarterback do. I'm not gonna count that out. But listen, the window is still open for Buffalo. I think Buffalo is the best shot. And if Cincinnati can get that top 15 defense, they have a shot. For Baltimore, listen, I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. Until John Harbaugh figures it out with the generational talent that he has in Lamar Jackson, it's borderline inexcusable that you haven't taken – you took Joe Flacco went to the Super Bowl, but you can't take Lamar Jackson to a Super Bowl? That's
Ladarius, I know, and to your point, it's like, how come that is not being talked about enough?
I've said it on here. I've said it on and
I know we talked about
I
mean, just in general, why are people not talking about that?
It's like I'm tired of hearing, it's Lamar's fault. Like, listen,
right?
The last time I checked, John Harbaugh, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. Well, that's super and that's great, but how has he not taken a generational talent like Lamar Jackson? Listen, we could make the same point for Sean McDermott. For Buffalo, we could make that point too. But at least Sean McDermott has gotten a hell of a lot closer than John Harbaugh has. So at some point, I keep using the word accountability. listen, the Kansas City Chiefs will keep winning until teams stop pulling Keystone Cops on one another and Benny Hill sort of stuff and be competent. Because the Chiefs have Andy Reid, Hall of Fame coach, Patrick Mahomes, future Hall of Fame quarterback. But yet, all I'm hearing is that, listen, as long as that duo stays, I'm not going to bet against it. But listen, if you're Buffalo or if you're Baltimore, your fan base, don't look at your quarterbacks. Look at the guys who's coaching them. Because the only head coach that Lamar Jackson ever knows is John Harbaugh. The only head coach I believe that Josh Allen knows is Sean McDermott. So the question is, why aren't they utilizing and maximizing their window? Because Patrick Mahomes, can we beat? We saw the formula. It can be done. It's not unprecedented. The reign of the Chiefs will continue until one of those two teams, and Cincinnati, hopefully they figure out on defense, until there's a level of competency from everybody. I'm not talking about the quarterbacks either. It's like, let's talk about the coaching, because coaching matters. In the NFL, I argue it matters a little bit more than slightly, I would say more than the NBA. Like Major League Baseball, your manager, yeah, it's a percentage of games to me where their decisions impact, because 162 games for guys. But the reign of terror will continue as long as the coach, unless you Buffalo and Baltimore, the coaching gets a little bit better, and stop wasting the talents of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Fair enough. C-Dub, the reign of terror continue. Give me your thoughts.
I mean, will it continue? It can, because to beat the man, you got to beat the man. But also, you got to stop beating yourself. I mean, kind of what Ladarius said. And I mean, look, the Bills game, let's talk about that real quick. Josh Allen did not lose that game. Hell, if it wasn't for Josh Allen, you don't win that game, or you're not even in it. What happened was the coaches outsmarted the other coach. And I'm talking about Spagnuolo. So basically, you have to. Oh, Bigelow saying Paul. So, you know, it is what it is. My vocab is my vocab. I mean, we're not going to Hooters, I promise. But no.
Boy. There it is.
But honestly, when it comes to these coaches, they have to. It's like this. I think they get enamored when they see the Chiefs. And it's just that 15. And you got to play perfect. And if you don't play perfect, they'll make you pay. And, you know, part of that's true. But the other part, sometimes you psych yourself out and you forget who you're playing. Or you forget who you have on your own team. You know, and look, Lamar, I've said it many times. Lamar played great. Look, drop pass away from tying that game.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We were drop pass. So if you ran the ball because they couldn't stop the run, we talking different. But again, if was a fifth, we all be drunk. And yes, Brady lost Super Bowls. All right. But not to us though, but because remember, that was a comeback.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because trust me, they brought that up. Jesus. That's the only party foul I had. But honestly, it's going to be the end. No, you have to beat the team to plant the flag. Until they can get that not the management, but the coaches that can not be intimidated by the Chiefs, that's going to be the question.
Good deal. All right, guys. Well, guess what? It is now time for fact or fiction. So, with that being said, Mr. Ladarius is going to do it for us. Now, Ladarius, I have the first three questions. I don't know if you added any. If you did, you can just throw them. But I'm going to put the first three up here on the banner for you. So, with that being said, Mr. Ladarius, go ahead, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I did a variation of this one, and welcome to the Fact or Fiction segment of the show, sponsored by Youth. Now, so the first fact or fiction is this: The Falcons will win a Super Bowl, not necessarily in the next 8 years. I'm gonna spice it up. In the next 5 years. So once again, fact or fiction, the Atlanta Falcons will win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. And we'll start around the horn. Let's start with Carrie. Fact or fiction?
It's Carrie, baby. What you got?
I'm gonna start out hot, and I'm gonna say yes. We are winning a Super Bowl in the next 5 years.
It's coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
I'm trying to speak it into existence. Okay.
I hear you.
Listen, Carrie Caliente. We like it.
Right.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
For me, the reason why is because time is ticking. We got, our owner is getting older and he's getting tired, like the fan base. I mean, we just want to win. And not just that, but the head coach, GM's on the hot seat. They need us to start winning, right? And for me, the reason why when I saw it said 8 years, I was actually going to mention that there's 5 years for me, because we have, we talk about this top 10 offense that we have. We have all these playmakers on rookie deals. So while the cost is low, I would like to see us. That's basically the time you try to get those wins. So for me, yes. I hope. I'm trying here. I'm seeing fiction in the reply.
That's so good. So Millie Mills and John Brooks both say fiction. Which is interesting. Millie Mills says fiction. John Brooks says fiction. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ladarius.
Your statement. It's okay. No, you're okay. You're doing great, pal. You're doing great.
Thank you, my friend. I
so far the show's almost over. You're still doing
great. You're right. I could still screw it up. C-Dub.
C-Dub. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Ladarius. All right. I was waiting for Ladarius to tell me.
No, because we look at never mind. Just answer the call. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna do it.
I know, but I was.
There was an opening in the offensive line, and I chose to go out of bounds.
Ladarius.
C-double.
I wanted to do it.
Now that we know everybody's name, we're doing great. Oh, we're doing great. So, fact or fiction, the Atlanta Falcons will win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years.
Well, if the 5 years you tell me we get rid of our idiot coach and our idiot GM who doesn't want to go to a Senior Bowl, I would say fact. But, if we're going to be positive-minded and believe in unicorns and horseshoes and hand grenades, then I'm going to say fiction.
Oh, yeet. Wow. This guy.
I mean, if you're going to keep Goober, you're going to keep the tap dancing brothers together, I can't say fact.
I'm gonna say fact. I'm gonna say fact. Now we'll see, but I'm like Carrie. I'm gonna try and speak it into existence. So I'm gonna go ahead and say fact. All right. So next one. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get me together here. All right, next banner.
Wait, so I know that Ladarius is the one asking the questions, but I'm still interested in his answer. Can we?
Okay.
I'm sure the audience still wants to know: does he think it's a fact or fiction? Because right now we could become split 2 and 2.
Good point.
Does the audience really want to hear what I got to say? I don't.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm just the guy behind the microphone.
Oh no, sir.
We want to know
who says some funny stuff. Who picks on Timberland and Terrence Craig Darby? That was explicit in my contract. That's all I do.
No, sir. No, you are a well-respected podcast.
And by the way, I wrote that last part in specifically.
Why don't you guys like the other song which was Jesus? I forget it.
Sign Your Name. Is that the one?
Yes. To me, that was the better one. Yeah, that one.
To be your name.
Yeah, that was dope.
No one cares about
that was dope. Whatever, C-Bro. Whatever.
I'm afraid I got some bad news for you.
That's why your wrestler guy's gonna lose. When's the next time you guys have wrestling?
Wow. Oh,
hey, pal, I can pick the guy to lose. So
wrestling guy.
Listen, forget sign your name. He doesn't even know any names. Forget signing. He doesn't even know any names. And if you're a wrestler, he don't know your name. Oh yeah, you're a wrestling guy. You ain't no wrestling name. You just because he forgot your name.
Yeah. I never even do it.
And that's the news tonight.
And we just killed Terry.
You did.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Get this man some water. Get this man some seltzer and some water. Get this man.
Oh my goodness. So Ladarius, how do you feel? What fact or fiction? Give us your thoughts.
Okay, I'll be quick for the sake of time because I want to get to the trivia segment because I'm really excited about that. I like trivia. I'm gonna go fact.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna go fact. So
that's what's up.
I'm not gonna. I'll put fact in all caps because if John can do it, so can I.
Good deal.
All right. You might want to check his cat button on his computer, make sure that's not broken. But anyway,
I can dig it. All right, next one. Go ahead.
All right. Oh man, I see some grammatical. But no, that's not my job. I'm also an editor, so I saw some things. Anyway, we're not gonna get into it. I'm not semantics.
Oh, I did do it plural. My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, I did.
And is that how you spell Michael? I think it's AEL, but I could be wrong.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it both.
So you've seen it both ways.
It is AEL. Wait, but his is AEL, right? I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, okay.
It probably is.
And he's a junior.
Yeah,
he is a junior.
Man, whoever wrote that out.
I know, man. We gotta get on this guy. He's almost as bad as our music producer who misses every cue. Oh my God.
Called him tired. There we go. That's the music cue we only play. How about that?
Jesus.
Mr. Hope's Eternal. Mr. I believe in sunflower tomatoes.
Hey. Ebenezer C-Dub, you all right, man?
Hold on. I'm like Drew McIntyre. I'm speaking truth.
All right.
I'll be the bad guy.
All right. So
I don't know if it might be a Billy Eilish, but it did. Okay. Dude, fact or fiction, Michael Penix Jr. will win an NFL MVP award during his career with the Falcons. So once again, fact or fiction, Michael Penix Jr. will win NFL MVP during his career with the Atlanta Falcons. And just to shake it up here, let's start with C double.
I like the kid, I really do. But we need to see a full season of him before we start crowning him an MVP. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean on this, but I'm going to say fiction, man. I mean, right now, he hasn't played anything. I feel bad to say it, but yeah, he ain't played nothing. So yeah, fiction. You got to give him a full year before we really go there, because he might be Joe Burrow with no good defense because everybody wants to play offense.
That's how he walks off.
He will die inside. He's like, gosh.
Oh man, boy, the best thing I saw on that, the best part, I see that Becky Lynch poster. So on the calendar.
Thank you. It's February.
Oh, I you know what? I didn't know that. It's my birthday. It's Black. I didn't know that. Thank you, C double for the.
No, she's the February month. So that's representative for February. So just for you, Ladarius.
The question is, I think I took the wrong way to Albuquerque and everywhere else. Now, man, I should have took the bus. But anyway, Terry or T Will.
Yes,
fact or fiction, Michael Penix will win NFL MVP during his career with the Falcons.
That's a fact, Jack. That is a fact.
I wanted T Will to go second. That way, C Dub is like on one side, and then T Will's on the extreme other. And then when I go, I'll be in the middle. So sorry, go ahead.
That's a fact.
Carrie gets what I was trying to do. He understands the science,
the
behind
dynamic. It. Yeah, the strategy, the dynamic.
Boy, John Brooks coming hot with the positivity as well. Jesus.
Wow.
All right. So I guess we got both answers. So I guess we'll go to Carrie to be the split, the positive, or to be something. I don't know. So Carrie, fact or fiction, Michael Penix Jr. will win an NFL MVP in his career with the Atlanta Falcons.
Sheesh, we got so much fiction today in the comments.
Man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We don't believe.
Did y'all lose money on the game? My God.
Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Okay. I'm gonna go. That's a fact. Because again, I'm trying to speak it into existence. Okay, I'm not trying to be blindly like. Okay, I'm not as crazy. I'm not
Whoa.
not crazy. I don't know the right word. I'm not like T Will.
Hey, Carrie, don't pull a muscle there, pal. Don't pull a muscle.
He was about to do the electric boogaloo like Martha Stewart in that commercial. He was gonna pop and lock it. He was gonna
Y'all don't want to see, man.
Y'all
don't want these problems.
Listen, pop lock, but for the love of God, don't drop.
You know, if Ron was here, he would already get on to Carrie about that.
Oh God!
I'm so sorry, Carrie. I had to take the joke when it was there. So you said fact, correct?
I'm saying fact. Just it's same as the last answer. You know, I understand the fictions and the replies because what have you shown me lately to believe that you're going to win a Super Bowl in the last 5 years? Somebody who's not a fan of Atlanta Falcons would say, you guys haven't even won your division in the last 5 years. Okay? So they're going to think we're just being, you know, fanboys and girls. So I get the fictions and the replies. I totally do. But I'm going to support my man regardless. That's my man. I'm going to support him. So, you know, guys, I always refer back to that meme, like, the Falcons are my man. Yeah, so
oh my
God. I'm going to just still hope that my man does better. So I'm going to just speak into existence that he is going to do better. Because I ain't leaving him, okay? I'm going to be one of those girls that just stays with their man no matter, you know.
It's okay. We got our butts kicked. It's okay.
Right.
Hold up. Time out. Oh, I love it. Did I just see someone ask me, where's the faith? You want to know where my faith is? I'm watching two jabronis tap dancing at a press conference, and they're both saying it's collaborative.
No one asked for the movements. You make it look worse. Don't do the movements with the tab. Oh God, I can't say. Wow, buddy, you're out there in the ocean now, and listen, I'm not a great swimmer. I'm not a great swimmer, so I'm
just saying, you know, I've seen tap dancing back in the day.
Was it just the love?
Where's my faith? 2016 happened to my faith.
C-Dub, where's the love? Where is
2016?
The love that you said?
You know, I don't even get mad at the Falcons fans, like, you know, that are pessimistic. No, we all have, honestly. And what have you done for me lately? To be honest, like how we've talked about on previous shows, like last season was, you know, unfortunately a failure, and we haven't won our division. We haven't been over 500. So I totally understand why you would be pessimistic, or you don't want to just get your hopes up just to be let down again. So I get why some fans have the mindset of like, show me before, you know, like show it to me, and then I'll back you type of deal. But regardless, that's my man. I'm gonna support him. I hope he does better. So
hey, shut up, Carrie. Carrie said, "I'm back in my man."
I need a ride or die chick. What's that song? I need a ride or die chick. Carrie's that ride or die. I love it.
Right.
I need a ride or die chick.
I love it. Speak it into existence, and I'm gonna hope that he does, because I'm always gonna hope that the Falcons do something bad. And maybe you just call me like, you know, dumb or whatever have you about that. But what am I supposed to do? That's my team. I'm gonna support them. So
there you go.
What does give me hope, to C-Dub's point, yes, he hasn't had a full season yet, but what we did see from him looked very good. And the little time he had, he was literally, quite frankly, thrown into the fire by this coaching staff and because of Kirk Cousins. So he literally had no time to practice with the ones. I said they never practiced with each other. He had a couple days before his first start. So for me, if he gets a full off season with, you know, Drake London, Bijan, you know, Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts, if he's here, I feel like he's going to be looking even better. And also, I know it's college, but he was the runner-up in the Heisman win in the Heisman Trophy against Jaden Daniels, who we saw the records he broke and, you know, won a playoff game this season. So that does give me hope that our guy could also do that.
All right. And Ladarius, how do you feel about it?
Well, just taking my job and everybody's job. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Listen, I believe so. I'll make it brief. I think he can. The talent's there around him, but it's contingent upon how the Falcons as a team play, because despite it being an individual war, team success does kind of matter. So it's variant upon what happens this offseason, how this defense kind of looks moving forward. So
great point.
Good deal. All right, and the third one.
Oh my God!
Go ahead.
For the record, I didn't write this one. Let me tell you. The collaborative Rogers and Hammerstein. No, Hammerstein wrote this. Rogers didn't. Let me tell you.
Next year. Wow. I was tired, man. I
Man,
I should have proofread that. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about that. That's listen. Well, I can always course correct.
Unfortunately, no, they did not have it 45 this year.
I don't know how to tell you this, man, but
you're right.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, T-Will.
Let me check.
If you're one of those wrestling guys, you heard what he said too. So
there you go. Next year. That's
okay.
better.
I think T-Will should go first, right? Because we already know where he's gonna.
Yeah, exactly. So let me just do. I'll just read it out for due diligence.
Okay.
The all caps feels a little excessive, but whatever. So fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? The Atlanta Falcons will have at least 45 sacks next year. That's important, folks. Not in the past, not 5 years from now. Next year. So once again, fact or fiction, sir.
I'm amening you. Gosh,
I was reading the question. That wasn't a. You know what? The hell with it. T-Will, fact or fiction? You know what?
I love it,
man.
I love, man.
I'm just amening you. I'm being neutral. I'm trying to be Switzerland. You're trying to get me involved in something I don't want to be involved in.
I love y'all, man. I love each and every. All right, so I'm gonna say it's a fact. Damn it, it's a fact.
What a surprise!
Raheem got us 21 sacks
right.
in 4 weeks. I think we can figure out 45 in 17. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a fact. We got Jeff Ulbrich coming over. He's learned his lessons over with the Jets, and he and Raheem will collaborate and come up with a great defense. And yes, we will have at least 45 sacks next year in the 2025-2026 season. You can book it. We're
not booking a trip to anywhere. All right, let's calm it down.
Guess what? That means you have to guarantee it. That means you need to put something on the line.
Boy, listen, we other thing. Yeah, I don't know whatever he offers. I don't think I would really want. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Chris, C-Dub's gonna put up $5,200 of his own money.
With whose money? With your money? With your money?
No, with your money, bro.
No, player. Hold on, player. I don't put money on the line. I put pride on the line.
Which has cost people some money, ironically enough.
Exactly.
Yes, it has.
I mean, damn.
Yes, it has.
So the Falcons will get 45 sacks.
I didn't introduce. Okay, you know this. You know what?
No,
No.
He
ahead.
brought me in. I mean, I don't know anymore.
It's not the first time he's done this. So
Yeah. I apologize.
He gives me a segment only to kind of come back and take the microphone from the back. This is not unprecedented. Unprecedented whatsoever.
Darius, you know what I want to say to that? First of all, you're the man.
He is the man.
I don't feel like it today.
You forget it.
Some people.
He is absolutely the man.
But anyway, so
wants to put a Lionel Richie on people. But go ahead.
Look, y'all gonna hate me, but guess what? It's fiction. We don't even know who's gonna play defense. All right. Is Grady gonna still be here? We're gonna have all the old folks on playing. Is Rod gonna be having his finger up his nose the whole time, looking at the TV?
Wow.
I don't know what we got. So right now, it's fiction.
Oh wow!
Show me. You get no hope from C-Dub.
You got to show
no hope.
C-Dub.
I am. You're not even gonna get cope. I'm no dope, and I say nope. No hope.
C-Dub, show him defense.
Oh,
hey. You got to show him love defensively.
I love it.
Got no love for believers.
Yeah, I love it, Ladarius.
Wait, am I next?
Yep.
Oh, no.
You're last but not least, because I'm not jumping
thank
into
you.
this. I don't know what I've jumped
Okay.
into.
Okay. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm on the same side as C-Dub. I'm sorry, it's fiction. The Falcons are not getting 45 sacks. I'm sorry.
This is the best question I've. This is a great.
Carrie.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna record this show.
No,
I'm gonna bring it up
listen.
and throw it in both
Wait.
you and C-Dub's face next year.
Hey, listen,
Win
Carrie.
dangerously.
I'm a lawyer. Listen, I won the Jimmy Lake case. I know how to win. So
Okay, so let me defend myself, please. I'm laughing to keep from crying because it's so sad that I'm saying this, but honestly, it's like this. I would love to be proven wrong, okay? That's the thing. I want to be proven wrong. I'm one of those people that like I can admit when I'm wrong, so I would love to be proven wrong because if we get 45 plus sacks on a season, that means the defense has improved drastically. We are getting to the quarterback. We're putting pressure on the quarterback. You know, we are stopping the run. We are actually not letting quarterbacks who are mid look like they're star, you know, Tom Brady in his prime out there. So yes, I would love to be wrong, but here's the thing. The Atlanta Falcons have not had 45 sacks on the season since George W. Bush was the president of the United States of America.
That's not a good stat there, bro.
Yikes,
Mr. Guarantee.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna wait. Which one was that? Was that Junior or
no? You're doing Herbert Walker Bush. That's what you were doing. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Wouldn't be prudent. Wouldn't be prudent. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. No new taxes. Not gonna do it.
Well, he does impressions too, man. Jeez.
Hey, man.
Oh wow. So yeah, to my point is that we have not had 45. The last time the Falcons had more than 45 sacks in a season was in 2004 when we had 48 sacks. Okay, so we haven't had anywhere near close to 40 since then. And as far as wait, no, I'm sorry. Did we have what was it last year? Ryan Nielsen. Sorry, I might be wrong, but we did not have.
We had 42. We had 42
so
with him, I think.
That was the second best, and unfortunately, we let him walk. And he is now is he with the Bills now as a defensive assistant,
like a senior assistant or something like that.
So I think he'll do well over there. So for me, no, we average in the teens, the 20s, and most of the time 30s, but lower 30s. So I'm with C-Dub. Unfortunately, we don't know. We still don't have a pass rusher. Okay, likely that Bud Dupree's not going to be here. AK-17, he made a step forward that last quarter of the season. I'm hoping that continues on, but there's still question marks on that defensive line. The defensive line is going to be shuffled around, especially the interior. So for me, I can't say with a straight face, yes, we're having 45 plus sacks because last season we had 31. So we'll see.
And I think that's all the questions. And friends, that's fact or fiction. I'm assuming that's all the questions because we're.
Yep.
So for next time, thank you guys for your input and your perspective. And I'm not going to answer it because the singing I felt complimented the contract with the answering. So that's fact or fiction. Back to you in Atlanta.
Oh wow!
And for the record, listen, Atlanta Falcons defense, you got to show him love.
Yeah,
listen, because he's asking, what have you done for him lately? Listen, Janet Jackson didn't ask, C-Dub asked. So do.
What have you done for me lately?
I just want to say I saw her in concert last year and she put on a show. What an amazing concert. At her age, she did not miss a beat. She didn't take breaks. She's incredible. So.
She is.
Yeah. And then we can't wait to see how Terry does on the dance floor on at a local town hall event near you. So
you guys are gonna be amazed. You guys are gonna be. It's no way this dude is 54, man. What
no,
are
we can
watching?
listen.
Oh
The
my
way
God.
you were coughing, no, we can believe it. We can believe
Oh
it.
my God! What?
We can believe it.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty believable.
Help on the afflicted. Come
Oh,
on.
Got that
wow.
smoking
Come
cough.
on.
Listen, I thought we'll put it like a replace that 5 with the 6. I'm like, I don't know.
Unnecessary ageism on Ladarius. 15 yards.
Whoa. Says the man. No. King Petty remembers like you picked on my age, pal. Yes. So see, look at you. Get this man a lozenge or something. Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
He's
I
gonna
have
cough
to
up the
ask.
small and intestine at the same time.
He will. I
You
have
guys
to-
want to hear something?
Yeah.
I have a high hernia. I found that out the other day. I went to the doctor. Anyway, so but
So that dancing thing, this is why we tell you the things that we do.
I'm still gonna dance. I'm not gonna mess myself
Listen,
up.
you better sign a waiver because I'm not. You're not suing. You ain't suing me. You better sign that waiver.
Oh, wow.
He's gonna pop the
Pop. I dropped. Damn it, I dropped.
Kim, I can still dance.
Oh shit!
Kim, get my chair.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Get the bottle that says help.
I forgot what the hell I was doing. Oh my God! All right,
Probably
Manuel says,
Oh,
"What's good
gosh.
for my ATL Sports Morning Show? How you doing, man?" Carlos laughing at somebody.
I think
John
he was
Brooks
laughing
says,
at you, probably.
probably.
Yeah,
I have more faith, or Ladarius, or hell, C-Dub, shit, anybody. I have more faith in Joe Henry than I do the Falcons. I believe in Joe Henry. All right.
Man. Hey, that's one of those wrestling guys, by the way. So just
Yeah,
because you
That
didn't know.
guy, okay, that's why I don't know him. I have to look him up. Manuel says, "Hey, let's not."
I gotta look him up like it's a dictionary or encyclopedia. Let me look him up.
I don't know him. Manuel says, "Hey, let's not talk age. We're seasoned." Amen. Amen. We are seasoned.
Manuel,
right,
you are seasoned. This man up here in this corner, we need medical on call every show.
Oh my God!
And that eats the budget up.
I rebuke you in the mighty name of Jesus. I'm not even gonna let you say that. Hey, so look, guys, we are getting into our contest now, which is Falcons trivia, but we're gonna do it a little differently, right? So I was gonna divide you guys up into teams, but Ron could be here.
Well, listen, what you can do, I can be my own team, and you can have Carrie and C-Dub if you want.
No, or you guys can all be your own teams, whatever you guys want to do. So however you guys want to do it. You can do it as
Carrie. This is why I'm not a producer on the show, because you saw that idea.
Okay, all right.
You shut that idea down.
C-Dub, you and Carrie. C-Dub, you and Carrie want to be on the same team?
Sure.
Good deal. All right. All right. Here's the deal.
It took me pointing out your flaws. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I'm a great dancer, damn it. And you will recognize.
And you will have a back. And listen, you will need medical assistance. So.
Wait,
I told all of us about the hernia, so let's not talk about it.
Making me laugh.
Excuse me, guys. Real quick before we talk about the trivia or go to the trivia section, I just asked a question. Are we gonna have to wait for T-Will's dance off for the 45 sacks? Once the Falcons get the 45 sacks, because I don't want to wait 20 more years.
Is he going to make it to like 2030? Is he going to make? Oh, man. I mean, you got some real questions here.
Good question. I hope so. That's a good question.
Detective Carrie Caliente on the case. It's a legitimate question.
Good question.
We just saw that cough. It's a legitimate question.
Guys, this is going to be basically first one gets it, and I'm going to throw the question up there. First one gets it. We're going to move on at the end. We'll tally up scores.
So how do we determine? Do we ring in? Do we just yell at you? How do we buzz in?
You can yell at me. There's no need to ring.
Oh, yelling at
you. However you want to do it. You guys want to ding?
Wait. I get to yell at you? Say less. All right, I'm good. All right.
Yell.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Let's go.
Go.
First question. Here we go. How many questions have the Falcons? How many NFC championships have the Falcons been to?
The question right there.
3. I'm
said
guessing
3?
3. What do you think? Wait, but C-Dub, I got to collaborate with C-Dub. Is it 3 C-Dub or how many?
I'm doing the quick math. So
Okay.
I want to
At
say
least
3.
3 that I can think of.
I'm good with 3. I'm good with 3. That was my
Wait,
first guess.
okay.
Ladarius, what say
I'm
you?
gonna switch to the private chat because they're commenting in the.
Okay.
Let's see. 1 year. I'm gonna say, if I'm doing the math, the 2. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3.
Well, you're gonna say 3, then I'm gonna change to 4.
Hold on. Yeah.
Ooh, are we playing prices right now?
No,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
it's not that. I was gonna. I was doing my figuring and I forgot one.
So look at you're the answer. Nobody gets that point. It is 4. It is 4.
It is 4.
It is 4.
No, I forgot about the 80s one.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't watching.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, okay, yeah.
That was before my time, see?
Exactly. Same here.
That's an ageism question right there. That's between me and Gary's time. That's ageism.
So hang on. There was
I'm filing a protest.
There was 2004.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we lost.
Right.
There was
we went to the we played the Broncos Super Bowl, so we won the NFC championship.
There was 2016.
Wait, you forgot the Niners
and
one.
then we lose to the Niners in the NFC, so that's 3.
And then 1980s with the Cowboys.
See,
there was in the 80s.
See, I was born in '88, so that's unrelatable. So,
dang, C-Dub, that one was on you then.
I'll take it because it just hit me after the fact.
I'm kidding, no.
Listen, on the team, all I do is blame me. This right here, it's gonna be fun to watch. All right, let's go to the next one.
All right, so next one. How many Super Bowls have the Falcons been to? How many Super Bowls?
2.
Yeah.
Who said it first? Was it C-Dub? I think C-Dub said it first. All right, C-Dub
said it first.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Ladarius. I looked at Ladarius. I said, I'm sorry, guys.
I'm kidding.
I am so sorry. I need some coffee. You're right. It was Ladarius. Jesus, get it right. It was Ladarius.
Wow. I got you. I was on this. I tell us.
It was Ladarius.
Ladarius, I feel for you because it's like, C-Dub and I are the Chiefs, and he's the refs.
Yeah,
he will. Yeah, the refs,
I really am the ref.
Yeah, he was missing the zebra shirt. Yeah, that's all he's missing, and the whistle. That's all he's missing.
What Falcon threw for the most yards in the Super Bowl?
Matt Ryan.
There you go. That's 2 for Ladarius.
Oh, wow. Dang, Ladarius is on it.
How long was the field goal that sent the Falcons to the Super Bowl in 98?
38 yards.
What'd you say?
I said 38.
And you're correct, sir. Damn. My man's
is
on a roll. He's on a roll this morning.
Sheesh.
Number 4. What Falcons player had the most receiving yards in the 98 Super Bowl?
Come on, C-Dub.
It wasn't Brian.
I was drinking at that
I'm not going to say the name.
Was it Tony Martin?
That is correct, sir. It is 3-1. It was Tony Martin. All right, you ready? Here comes the next one. Who did the Falcons beat to go to the Super Bowl in 2016?
Packers.
Yep, that's correct. It's 3-2.
I'm trying to build up suspense. I'm not saying anything.
Sorry,
How many yards did Julio Jones have in the 2016 Super Bowl?
Oh, hell. I can't remember that one.
Geez,
I blocked that Super Bowl out. For some reason, I remember Mark or Freeman's stuff more than I do Julio.
I remember it wasn't a lot, but I don't know the number, to be honest.
Wasn't it like one? I want to say it was like 115.
I think that's too high.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
If we have to have the exact number, dang, I don't know.
Got to be the exact number.
Okay. I know. I don't think it was 100. I don't remember him.
93?
Are you good with 85?
Let's go 85.
Oh, wow. CW, you're close.
87?
Yes. So I'll give you both the point. I'll give you both the points. So it's now 4-3.
Yeah, I remember he didn't have a lot.
All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
Did the Falcons have a kick returner for a kick return for a touchdown in any Super Bowl?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Jim Dwight.
What year?
98.
Is that a
point? Bam! There you go. So that is 3 points Ladarius was up 4-3, and I believe that means that
Isn't it tied now? 4-4?
no, he got 3 points on that because he got who it was. He got when, and he got when it
You
was.
didn't
That's the
specify
point.
that in the
It is
question.
tied.
That
It's
was
tied.
not specified in the
It's
question.
tied. It's tied. You're right. I
No,
had to think
whatever.
about
No,
it.
it's your game.
We're tied. We're tied.
It's your
We're
game,
tied.
ref.
He
No,
just
no,
wanted to
no.
know if I knew. That's
We're
all.
tied.
That's all.
No.
Come on, let's
I
get the
see
game winner.
Ladarius is competitive. Okay, my
Let's get
bad.
the game winner
Hold
right
on.
here. Come on.
But
let's
there's
go.
had that moment. We all saw he was about to flip the table.
It's about to
Right.
flip
You
was.
bet your ass I was. I was about to flip this whole desk.
It's gonna be like that wrestling guy who's not gonna get any more wins.
I had to work on my bed to fix my desk. I was at it.
Oh my God!
No
And I
more
put
wins
this
for your
desk together. I'm
wrestling
real
guy.
proud of that. And all that work
Oh,
gone
wow.
over ref Terry here.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
He's
goodness!
wearing his white and
Oh, my
red
goodness.
uniform,
All right,
counting money from the Chiefs.
bonus round.
Oh,
Bonus
wow.
round.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many interceptions were thrown by the Falcons in the '98 Super Bowl?
Gosh.
All right, I'm
Two?
gonna take a stab at it. I think two.
No, close.
3.
3. We'll give
We
you
didn't
3.
even
So-
get a chance. Dang.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I mean, it's
I
kind
was
of
talking it out.
Jeez,
all right.
okay.
It's
Darius
okay.
got that.
It's okay.
Darius wins.
Oh, now I feel like, you know what?
No,
all right.
No,
Well,
no,
it's
no,
okay.
no. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
I
Here's
should have
what's
warmed
up.
the
You guys
pessimist.
ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Wait, that wasn't the winner? A game winner?
Well, I'm gonna throw out another one. You guys ready?
Oh.
This Falcons quarterback had a quarterback rating of 144 in the Super Bowl. Who is he?
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, come on.
Matt Ryan it is. Matt Ryan it is.
Well,
That's
Darius,
the
you knew that one.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't want to cause friction, so I just sat here and
Oh, dude, I was no. Oh gosh, no, I feel so bad. No, I'm just.
Hold on.
You
Hold on.
won.
Terry's like, oh, I feel bad. Me. I'll take it.
No,
The
seriously,
wrestling
you
guy is
won.
looking at the other wrestling guy going, I'll take it, brother.
The rest did not.
I'll
help
see you.
us
I'll see you on the
out.
show, C-Dub. I don't know if it's gonna be a great show.
Oh,
I don't know if it's gonna be a great show.
There it is. I'll take a bump for you. You take a bump for me. It's all
Wait,
good.
I don't recall any of that. Let's,
Oh,
Darius beat
boy.
us fair and square without the refs. We're the Chiefs. He's the Eagles.
no, you guys
Well,
won. You
it's
guys
ref.
won. No,
No.
you guys won.
No,
No, it's
Congratulations,
actually tied. It's actually tied.
Yeah, it's still tied, bro.
It's actually tied.
bro. Oh, now I'm okay. All right.
Yeah, bro.
Now you remind me of Hogan. Now I'm pissed off. Now.
Oh,
All
Oh,
right.
come on now. That's wrong. You know I'm not.
Well, you
anything
shouldn't.
like
You should have
that.
said homie. You could have said anything else,
All right,
but you
hold
chose
on.
bro.
At least
Now
you
I'm
didn't
upset.
say brother.
All right,
Now I'm.
brother.
All right, there's the trigger right there. Let's ask the question now. I'm in locking mode. It's over.
Oh,
Last
it's
one for
over for
real.
us. Okay.
Last one for real.
Yeah.
Who is the Atlanta Falcon with the most career interceptions? And
Go
it's
ahead
not
with
who you,
this.
it's not who you think. I'll put it that way. Who is the Atlanta Falcon with the most career interceptions?
Robert Alford.
No, sir.
Jesse Tuggle.
Okay.
No, sir.
Now wait a minute. Is this playoff or is this? Oh, never mind. Get it back up along. Playoff.
And as a whole.
Oh, well then I screwed that up. Sorry, Gary.
Oh, it's okay. He says not who we expect.
No.
Who do we expect? Deion Sanders? I wouldn't
Yes.
expect him. I was gonna
Yes.
guess Buchanan, maybe, but that's before my time. I don't know. How do you know? C-Dub?
Not Ray Buchanan, but what
Yeah,
about
that was gonna be my guess.
what about
I
Asante
didn't think
Samuel?
about it.
Keith Brooking.
No.
Asante Samuel.
No. Honestly, I don't think you guys would ever guess this one.
I hit it. Then.
It's tough. It's tough.
Wow.
You guys want to keep guessing, or you want me to just?
Nah, I hit it.
Can you wait real
pass.
quick? Can you tell
Oh.
us like what year? Like, was it the 70s, 90s, like 20s? No, no.
In Terry's case, the 1900s. Like what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here?
Okay.
Were they
Leather
leather?
helmets?
Were they wearing leather helmets?
You guys are so mean,
Right.
man. You guys are so mean, man. Jesus.
No, I'm kidding. You said interceptions, not sacks. Sorry.
You guys are so mean. Jesus, hang on. Let me give you
factuality in what we say.
Oh my gosh.
I want to know how many people.
I'm only taking that now because I didn't mean to do you wrong, but I did you wrong with the whole ref thing. So I'm taking that. But whatever. So this guy would have played. Jesus. Yeah, he played in the 70s. He played in the 70s.
Played in the 70s?
Oh man. I wasn't even thought of.
From 1973 to 1980.
Oh, I'm definitely not in this category.
Yeah.
That's when Terry had hair and had the platform with the fish in the boot. Yeah.
I had my big ass afro, dude.
Listen, we already know. Don't tell us things we already know.
It was flowing.
Put your hat on for the sake of safety. Put your hat on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was just in a good mood, and then you take the hat off, and then now I'm just. Man, we got to put a button on this show because there's a good chance this desk is going to get flipped at some point. Then I got to buy another desk, and it's going to be a whole lot of work.
Carlo got it. Yeah, Rolling
Lawrence. Oh,
Rolling Lawrence.
Never.
Okay, I was
we could have been guessing for like hours.
So who's number 2? It really has to be number 2. Come on.
Number 2. Number 2 is Ray Brown.
Dang.
No relation.
Number 3 is Ray Buchanan. Number 4 is Scott Case. Number 5 is Ken Reeves. Number 6 is Bobby Butler. And number 7 is Deion Sanders.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's it.
Wow.
So
all right. Well, hey guys.
Goes to Ladarius.
No, we're not doing that. No.
Just kidding.
No. I to me, I have a hard time accepting ties. But you know what? For the sake of the show, for the sake of my image, I will accept the tie.
Let's do it.
Off camera, I'm angry. So
Let's do it. So hey guys, I gotta do some housekeeping. We got Miss Diva. Oh wait, do we call her Diva? We call her Diva, right? We say Diva. Right? Hey Miss Diva, how you doing? Hopefully all is well. Deshaun Coswell, hey man, how you doing? Deshaun says, "What's up, guys? They not like us. They not like us. They not like us." Yeek with the K.
Wow, that's one way to sing, Kendrick.
Yeek, get some. Hey Miss Diva. Diva.
Oh, she was answering the question about the.
Yeah, I see. I see. What's up? You doing trivia? Yep. Wow, I forgot the 1 and 04. Ladarius making me feel old.
But Diva, you look fantastic. Now the guy in the upper left-hand corner, that's to be questioned.
Oh, wow.
He does look fantastic. And whatever, Ladarius, I'm a better dancer than you. So
yeah, because I never offered my dancing services. Of course, you're a better dancer. I never offered it. I'm the singer. You're the dancer. So clearly, that wasn't a social cue for you to dance. Man. You need to work on your cues, man. It's 2025. You got to do better. You got to do better. Read the room.
Can I just say that
we're in a whole new century? Jesus.
Who's working the soundboard today? Because I've been missing you guys.
Because that guy sucks. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
I miss Ladarius. I love Ladarius's song.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is up with the music producer.
I've been singing. Whoa. I was literally singing. This is not your fault, Carrie. I'm looking at the guy in the upper left-hand corner because he already stacked the deck against me for whatever reason. I've done nothing against this man for the duration of this show. I've done nothing to you to warrant such disdain. Don't you dare pull that line on me.
I did.
I beat you in a case, and I'll do it again.
I love that we're just one big happy family.
A1 says, "What up, family? What up, Chris?
Hey,
Chris.
Welcome to the off season, baby. My brother,
baseball.
my actual blood brother, says Falcons fam. Says BLB. That's big little brother. That's me, and he's little big brother. He's LBB. What up, man? How we doing? All well. All right, guys. Right, man. Let's talk about this halftime show. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it, okay? Because I know my thoughts. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I think it's kind of hard. So let me say this. I think it's harder for a rapper to put on a show in an environment like that than say somebody like a singer or Chris Brown or somebody who's going to be able to integrate dancing more so. Now, with that being said, I thought Kendrick did great. I did. I thought he did great, but I thought he did everything that he could do. In my mind's eye, the only way you could have made that better is if you had more people like SZA. Is it SZA? SZA? SZA?
SZA. Oh,
SZA? Whoever.
SZA.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm old, Carrie. Whatever. I'm old, Carrie. I'm
That's
old.
on the thing.
Love it. No, it's okay.
Let me have a pizza of sizzle. Like,
It's
really? How did you say
They
pizza?
didn't really give us name tags or
I'll
anything.
never
I
get it.
don't-
I'm never gonna be able to
Okay,
answer
that's not a
SZA.
common name. That's not a common. Okay,
To
I'm
you,
not,
it's not, but to her, you know what?
I'm the old. I know I'm old.
It's
Ladarius.
okay. I'm mad at her anyway because her lip syncing was pretty bad. So
Yeah, it was. My wife.
it wasn't good.
I was disappointed. She has a beautiful voice. I was unhappy that she lip synced like the whole time.
So you weren't a fan of SZA.
Oh, I'm a fan of SZA. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan.
You weren't a fan of her
love her music.
performance.
Can the medical truck go
Yeah.
check on T Will? Can the medical truck check on T Will? Thank you very
Hey,
much.
man, Look, I'm doing good to be sitting here for 2 or 3 hours, man.
Life alert. Hit the button.
Oh, here we
the
go.
damn button,
Really? Really, C-Dub?
Hi.
Now, come on, man.
Hi, I'm Emmy Winner Ladarius
on,
Brown.
T-Dub.
Now,
I'm sorry. Wow.
my good friend T Will, he needs your help. And listen, the only way to help him is if you help me help him.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So we're
wow.
gonna run this clip of him. You know, we're gonna talk about Life Alert.
Oh, wow.
And when he says he's 54, he's not telling you the truth.
I am 54, damn it. Yes, I am. I
On
am.
opposite day,
That's what he says. On this day.
He'll tell you that the Falcons have a chance.
Oh, wow. Now,
Man. Hey, listen.
That's part of that
C-Dub,
hallucination.
C-Dub, I got
C-Dub,
I got to sack you on that comment. I got to sack you on that.
Wow.
That's awful.
That's low, man. That's low.
What?
How
I
low
was
can
saying
you go?
hallucination,
We
man.
have
You're
no
coughing,
standards.
you're delirious.
Oh, wow. This guy right here. So, hey, in all seriousness,
Right, yeah.
Gary, I know you were excited about this. Give me your thoughts and your impressions, good and or bad, of the halftime show from last night. And hey, those of you in the chat, hey, give us your opinions as well. I see you guys are giving us some feedback. But Miss Carrie, give us your thoughts because I know you were looking forward to it.
It was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Kendrick did not disappoint. I've probably watched the performance a good 4 times now, but I'm a big I really enjoy watching rap reactions as well as like breakdowns of the lyrics. So I need to watch some of my favorite reactors and their breakdowns of the meaning behind. I caught some things that Kendrick was trying to do, some of the things he mentioned, like for example, him mentioning gosh, I gotta find the quote exactly, but um give me a second on that. But SZA, I love her. I love her music. I'm a fan of hers. I was disappointed that with her lip syncing, it was very obvious, and I think she has a beautiful voice, so it's a little bit disappointing in that. But loved the car, loved Kendrick. I love Kendrick. The only thing I would say I was disappointed in is that I became a fan of him during when he released Section 80, so I was kind of hoping that he played some old music, which he really didn't. He mostly was playing the new stuff, so which I do like, but
Carrie, you there? Carrie, you there? We can't hear you. Carrie, I think you're muted or something. Carrie, you there?
Kendrick got her.
Damn. Or either that or SZA.
Yeah.
Carrie, you there?
Or Drake.
Damn. Or Drake.
He ain't gonna want to hear no one
Damn,
talk about this.
Drake is yeah. Now that was my concern. Carrie, are you there? We can't hear you. All right, we'll come back to her.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Wait, did you hear anything I said?
We heard nothing. You cut out.
Oh wow. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Hilarious. I think it connected to my AirPods. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, SZA cut my mic, literally, Chris. She was like, "You're not gonna bash me," which I'm not. I'm a big fan of SZA. Honestly, I love her music. I think she has a beautiful voice, but I was disappointed with the lip syncing because it was very obvious she was lip syncing. I don't know. I think that she has a beautiful voice, so I feel like she didn't need to do all that. But um, dang, I basically what I've said to make it shorter now is that Kendrick dropped some. Overall, I thought it was brilliant. I loved the performance. Obviously a big Kendrick fan. I really enjoyed it. I could understand where somebody who doesn't listen to rap, or maybe they're not familiar with his music, they're not a fan. I'm not sure, but because I did see mixed reviews on the show, but like you said, T. Will, it's tough when, especially with rap in general, to please every audience, because not
Yeah.
everyone understands it or can relate to it or
Yep.
what have you, but or appreciates it for that matter. But for me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, I thought the imagery, I thought there was tons of hidden messages, which I've watched the performance probably 4 times. I need to go back and watch. I love watching like rap reactions, like to lyrics and breakdowns of lyrics. So I'm gonna watch some of my favorite reactors on YouTube to that and just see what I missed. But I mean, there was lines in there and imagery. I don't know if you guys caught the whole like when he had all the dancers lined up and as the American flag. I thought that was really cool. But did you notice like how he was like in the middle? For me, it almost seemed as if like he was showing like America being separated. I don't know if I'm looking too much into that, but like basically a divide because he was just like rapping between them the whole time. I'm not sure if you guys caught that, or I don't know if that's even. I don't know if that was on purpose or that was what happened. But um, he mentioned the 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah, he
Um,
did. He
he
did.
mentioned that. There's also like Samuel L. Jackson. That was a nice surprise, but he was dressed as Uncle Sam. There's a hidden message behind that. I thought it was really cool to see Serena there. Um,
Yeah.
Taking a dig at Drake.
Yeah, that was
Personally,
petty. I love the petty. That was definitely petty.
yeah, yeah, but there
That
was
was
a lot
definitely
of hidden
petty.
messages I'm sure I missed because Kendrick is known for that. He's known for, being brilliant when it comes to his lyrics and his messages. So I'm sure there's things that I missed, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing I kind of was a little disappointed in, because I'm a huge Kendrick fan, is I love his old stuff. Like I first started listening to him when he came out with Section 80, so I was hoping for something from Section 80 or even Good Kid, Mad City, but it was mostly everything from the new album. So, but yeah,
Mm.
I do also do want to say like the part where he said, "Say Drake," and then he looks at the camera and smiles. I thought that was so hilarious. I love that.
C-Dub
That was
said that
awesome.
he said I bet Drake broke his TV when he said that. So yeah, I think that was a hit. That was a hit. Ladarius, your thoughts? Halftime show?
It's like this. Either you understood the message or you didn't. Because like that halftime show may not have been for everybody for whatever reason.
Right.
Because like I saw some mixed reactions on there, and some of it people just didn't flat out like it, and I know the reasons why, but we're not going to get into it because I got
Right.
enough
Right.
situations about the
Right.
whole other thing earlier.
Right.
Like my whole thing is this: Kendrick Lamar is one of the best storytellers of our generation, and he has a Pulitzer Prize to prove that. And the Pulitzer Prize is a very, very high honor. He understands how to tell the story, how to convey the story without telling you the story. He wants to make you think, to understand his point, but to also make you think. And listen, and some people listen, some people just didn't understand it. And that's okay. But what I won't accept is that you don't like it for the reasons that I'm not going to mention on this show.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like I think you said, T. Will, like rap is a very hard Because listen, there's still a subset of people who still have their doubts about it. I have no idea why. Listen, that's the prerogative.
Right, correct. 100%.
But
100%. 100%.
Well, John, I'm not debating. Listen, I'm in enough trouble as it is. Let me.
John just likes to stir up.
Yeah,
stuff.
he does.
Right? John is a pot stirrer.
Like John heard me say one of, and then he said Eminem is the best. I'm not.
John is a pot stirrer. Man.
Listen, we're not. Anywho, I love you, John.
John is a pot stirrer.
I'll just wrap it up with this. You know, Samuel Jackson being Uncle Sam was not done by. It was great, but it was done for a reason. And
I have a question for you, Ladarius.
Okay, go ahead.
Was he Uncle Sam or was he Uncle Steven?
Oh. I mean,
I could argue depending on perspective. Listen, everything is up to interpretation.
Right.
It's perspective.
That's what I was.
Yeah, that was my.
Yeah,
I think it's about. That's an excellent question. I think it just boils down to perspective because you could make a case where, like, the obvious would say, "Well, Uncle Sam, Samuel, that's." Which is fine. A lot of people probably went that route, but the Uncle Steve route, that's a different type of route. I don't know what's a route that, once again, people don't want to talk about, but it's a route nonetheless. And like I said, even I'm not going to compare it to like when I think about Beyonce, like she was also telling a message and she was sending a message, right? And people were, and she was getting kind of similar feedback. Well, I don't. Sometimes not every message is for you. If there's a message for people out there. Kendrick was trying to make his messages clear. Now, if you just didn't like the performance, I can accept that. But what I'm not going to accept is if you refuse to understand his message and you just don't like it. You basically went into it not liking it. So you already blocked the perspective and your judgment right there.
Yeah.
But overall, and at the end of the day, listen. And what makes it so great. And I'll leave it at this because I don't want to get in trouble. It was so great because of the certain person who was there. That's what made it even better. That's what made it better. Because
I'm not going there. I'm not. You
I'm not. Listen, a lot of people were at that game. T. Will, I'm not saying which one. I'm not saying which one.
Woo!
I'm not. You know, I'm not going to say which, but
I'm just
saying. Listen, Kendrick does things. Listen, he went all in on Drake. Drake probably had to go to Best Buy and another television. But
man, let me tell you something. I'm sure Drake was upset last night.
But not only did he go after Drake and then brought out Serena, let
me tell you something. That's the King of Petty right there.
Listen, as someone who is King Petty, I appreciate that moment very much.
I bet you did.
It's like he talked to me. I'm like, listen, you got to have her out there.
Hey man,
like. I don't know how we do it, but those are my.
She wasn't even just out there; she was crip walking.
She was crip walking.
I mean, wow.
Ladarius, I'm gonna say this. I thought about you when I saw that, man, because I'm like, God damn, that's petty. That was like my first thought. I'm like, I know Ladarius is somewhere loving this right now because this is so petty. Like I couldn't wait. I could not wait.
It's like watching everything up here, there, and it's just.
T-Will, it's funny you say that because I thought of Ladarius last night as well when TV Off came on. When he said TV Off, when he started rapping TV Off, I was like, oh, Ladarius' the song.
Yep. Listen. If I send that song to you, if you're listening, if I send that song to you, don't respond back to me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I send that song to you, like there's no like if we go back and forth, like if we're online. We go back and forth online, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna send you that. I'm gonna send you the Kendrick with his face with the smile. I'm gonna send that to you, and that lets you know that I'm done.
He's done.
So
he is done.com.
So, like I say, a lot of significant messages. So it's just great stuff overall.
Good deal. Well, hey guys, I gotta run because it's almost that time. I want to thank everybody in the chat who came in here. Guys, we really enjoy it. We cannot do this without you. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to spend 2 hours and 33 minutes with us, and we are so glad that you did. Thank you so much to everyone who came in this chat. Again, you could have been anywhere. You chose to spend that time with us. We are appreciative. We are grateful. and we are thankful to you. And hey, we look forward to seeing you next week. So with that being said, and guys, going forward, if you guys could just give me your info and I can just drop it in there because I feel bad dropping mine, but yeah,
but yet you're still smiling on the inside. You don't feel that bad. You don't feel that bad.
Now see, I wasn't even doing that, man. I wasn't even doing that. But anyway.
See, don't make me send you that picture. Don't make me do it.
Oh my God! Don't do it! Don't do it!
I want to do it.
Don't do it! Don't.
Hey, why is there none on the show anymore? I sent that picture.
Oh my goodness!
That was the resignation right there.
No.
Okay, look for a picture.
Hey, it's not a show without y'all, man. It's not a show. We got to keep this thing together. So hey, man, guys, tell everybody where they can find you. C-Dub, tell everybody where they can find you.
C-Double28. We'll definitely be talking wrestling because WrestleMania season's hitting, and you don't watch wrestling for a little bit. Next thing you know, a bunch of idiots do a bunch of stupid things, and we have to talk about it. Oh, hey, buddy, and make sure you go to. Well, no, that's my son and his lady's little dog. I can't get the camera because first of all, the guy's too tiny. CAAWTN is on YouTube or on X. And then, yeah, if you guys want, now we might be doing a show about the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Got to also see how Ladarius' schedule is because that's my homeboy. And
wait, I'm a producer. Am I a producer on that show? That I know.
You are definitely the producer.
Here, I don't know. I don't know what my title is, and I like
to be honest. You're the guy that helps me not lose my damn brain. So, you are vital.
Tell that to Terry, tell that to that guy in the upper left-hand corner.
I never said Ladarius wasn't vital. I never said that. I never said that.
Certainly implicit. Certainly
implicit. I did not imply it either, sir.
But, yeah.
I never implied, inferred.
And if you want to know more about those wrestling guys and women, please come and check us out at the Beard Gang Wrestling Review because I know Terry may not be educated in such, but
no. He doesn't know. Wow. He literally just said wrestling guys on this show. He has no idea. And I don't know if he's listening. I don't know if he's listening or not.
Educate me. Maybe you.
I don't know if he's listening or not, but I want to make.
I
it
am
clear.
listening. I'm right here. You guys can.
Oh, what? You're right there. Oh man,
dude, look it.
Man.
Y'all know the last time I came on y'all's show. Well, I wasn't in there, but I was in the audience. We had a good time because I was making y'all laugh. So whatever.
I mean, I think I made you laugh, not the other way around. Let's
no, I made both of you laugh.
Let's stick to facts of the case. Now, C-Double, continue where we can find you. Now.
Whatever. Oh man.
And real quick, for those that probably didn't like the halftime show, I know I didn't speak about it, but I'll just say this. It's okay to actually say it wasn't for you. Yeah. It's okay. No one's gonna beat you up. You're not a bad person for saying, man, I just didn't, Now me, I brought an open mind to it. I listened. I only heard one thing, and that was about Jake, and I saw the smile. I saw the what was it, the thick chick that I had to ask who it was, and that's it. All right. But honestly, I thought it was a good halftime show.
Yeah.
The person next to me was like, "Well, this wasn't for me," and, But it's okay. It's not like it needs to be a national debate, and people need to lose their eyes for that. So it's all good, mustard. And with that,
shout out to Mustard, man.
And I'll holler at y'all later.
He deserved that, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Ladarius, tell these folks where they can find you.
Oh yeah, this show might come for like 6 seconds. Oh, let's go back to plugging your. No, go ahead. No, leave it there. Leave it right there. No, let me plug my stuff with your stuff right there. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. No.
Go ahead, Mustard. Go ahead.
You're being condescending. No, go back to your.
I'm not being condescending. You asked me to do it. I did what you asked me to do, man. Damn it. That's why I can dance, sir.
For the last time, I'm not challenging you. It's in your mind. Go. You need to check that medication, pal. I didn't challenge you on this show. Listen, if it's singing, yeah, I'll probably wipe the floor. The dancing, yeah, you got me. Stop trying to make false things happen. Like, Boy, that Mandela effect is kicking in hard with you. Now, anyway, you can find me on Twitter and TikTok at Ladarius_Brown. You can find me on Instagram, Ladarius_Brown. A writer editor for Beyond Women's Sports. I'm covering the Athletes Unlimited basketball season that's going on. I'm putting out an article that should be coming out now or soon. I'll post it on social media. I'll be doing some other videos since the football season's over. The final preview was the Super Bowl. Well, thanks to the chat. Thanks to all of you taking your time out your day. It's really appreciative. Thank you to Carrie, C-Dub, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
So
This dude, right?
So I think I got everybody right. Yeah.
This dude right here.
Nailed it. All right.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see the audience reaction.
Oh man, that means I'm right. Not good. Man.
All right, Carrie, tell these folks where they can find you. Miss Carrie. Carrie, you there?
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't tell me. I want to say Scissor got her again.
Like, damn, he cut a mic again.
Wait, how did he say it again? I'll never forget that. Cesar? No.
Scissor.
Oh.
Wait. No, he's like this. Scissor.
No.
Scissor!
Scissor.
I'm old.
Timo,
Man.
you gotta tell your kids how you said that.
When the magician
I
forgets
think
to say
they know
abracadabra, just goes Scissor.
No,
yeah.
please. I know they know who that is, so please tell them. I want to see what
Yeah. Hey, Pops, you heard what you said on there, man. What are you doing?
Anyways,
Scissor.
oh wow.
Salt and pepper!
Pepper? No, it's pepper. I'm sorry,
shit.
Carrie. I'm sorry.
John is taking shots. John, God damn it. This is where I draw the line. I don't know if that's an insult, but I feel like it is, John. So now I gotta challenge you to a dance off, John.
Stop challenging people
Now
to
you
dance off.
and Ron are gonna get it.
Oh, wow.
Man.
You, Ron, and the internet are gonna get it. All right.
I like the internet's odds. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
The internet's like, I didn't cause this, pal.
yeah, that call just proved my point.
Oh,
there we go.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Carrie. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh wow. It's okay. Oh my god. Anyway. Okay. No, so this has been great. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for the invite. You can find me on Twitter X, Carrie Lynn XOX on there, and sometimes I'll be on Beer Gang and also One Time for the Fan. Hope everyone in the chat is happy and healthy. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, hey, man, I thoroughly enjoyed today's show.
And that's our show, folks. Thank you all for watching and listening. You guys are great.
Stop it.
Stop
it. Guys, I thoroughly enjoyed today's show. Thank you to everyone who did come in and just fellowship and, hey, spend some time with us as we talked about Falcons, NFL, Eagles, Chiefs, whatever. And guess what? We'll be back here Thursday morning at 10 a.m. We'll be on C-Dub's channel, and, we can do it all over again. But, again, we could not do this without you guys, and we thank and appreciate every one of you. Hopefully you enjoyed the Super Bowl yesterday, and, hey, hopefully you will enjoy your week. You can find me at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube, or just click the link below and like, share, and subscribe, as that does put us into the algorithm and gives us a chance to bring you more content like this. So if you like the show, if you like today's show, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about it so they can come in and join us as well. Last but not least, I want to thank God for waking me up and getting me through last week. That was a tough one. And just everything you do, God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. And, of course, I got to thank Mr. Eric Parker, who is my brother, and Mr. Jack Spade for getting me in the business. And everyone, you have an amazing week. I will see you. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, but I will see Beard Gang, you guys on Thursday. And Carrie, I believe I'll see you Wednesday night. Oh, wait, you might not be there. Well, you'll probably be in the show with that, right?
There.
Oh, you'll be there. That's right.
Yeah, Wednesday night I'll be there. Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Hey, guys, go Falcons. Rise
Don't you know that we'll be there?
Just call
shit.
my name.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
I'll be there.
Oh, I thought we were already offline. My bad.
I know.
No,
And
we're
still
not.
Oh,
I just was
wow.
letting you
We're
guys
live.
go. I mean, you guys were in it. So, hey.
And
Good night,
Terry
everybody.
likes to talk. And then
He
nobody's
likes to
there.
eat
Yeah.
the team.
Nobody's
Oh,
there.
it's still